What's up, everybody? Jason Lee Tucker. I'm here. This is our pilot, my pilot episode of the Late Night Snack Show. It's a show that's going to be 30 minutes, a little quickie show. I threw it together earlier today. I had this. We had this idea. I was trying to get two people to join in, but I didn't. I was at work, and I may not have any guests tonight, unless somebody wants to join in real quick. It's going to be a late night show, but 30 minutes. Like I said, it's a 30 minutes called a snack, late night snack. So we'll have one topic. Usually have one or two people in there. We bust that topic out in 30 minutes because tonight Jedi Bill's having the soup, the big I think it's it's a 250 show, I believe. So that's like I said, we're gonna have a snack and then we're gonna boom right into the soup at 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna end it right at 11 o'clock for him. And we're gonna join over there. Anybody wants to join over there on Jedi Bill's channel. I got the link in. If anybody wants to join in, the topic tonight was Spider-Man 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, 4 and beyond. What it has been confirmed by Sony, what's her name from Sony, so inside sources that they are going to have another trilogy, at least a trilogy. Tom Holland is not really. He's not really on board. He keeps saying he's not, but he is because they're going to give him the big dollars. What? Knowing all the rumors, we pretty much know what the No Way Home is going to be. It's basically Sinister Six, in that regards. What do we want after that? So Tom Holland more likely is going to be leaving high school. It's going to be his college year. So this is going to be the college years trilogy more likely. What are we going to go for 4? Is Venom going since we saw that in credit with Venom, is Venom going to be that he going to be the main antagonist of that next trilogy? More likely what I'm hearing that more likely we'll see Venom at the end. Rumors, but it's a rumor mill, grain of salt, but more likely Venom will more likely lead into Spider-Man 4. I mean, unless we have the Venom 3, but I'm thinking since we're already showing he's going into the MCU, Venom is going to be that main antagonist in probably 4. So what do I see we got 4 people. Like I said, I got the chat. Anybody got any comments? If I bring somebody on, it's going to be a 30-minute show. I'm going to try to, hey, Sherry, how we doing? We're going to discuss, like I said, this is a pilot show, so this is probably going to be all over the place, but I'm going to try to set up these shows. I'm going to try to get on Twitter and make sure I have a lineup. I was hoping somebody would text me on Twitter today, so I was at work, so I know I seen a couple people, but I wasn't sure if I know there's a bunch of streams going on at the time, so I want to do something real quick before Jedi Bill's stream tonight. So like I say 11 o'clock, I'm gonna have to end it because we got his main the soup's gonna be on. It's this big 250 show. So I told him I'd try to join him in over there. I look rough. I just got in from work, so I was just trying to throw this together real quick. So hi Sherry. Hi. She's awesome. She's like everybody's stream, supporting everybody. But like I said, we're gonna probably have Venom. Like I'm seeing it, probably Venom is going to be our main guy, number 4. Which the trailers. Really, that's one of my things. I believe it's going to go from there. The one trailer with Spider-Man, we got the he said there are multiple things coming in that, when that scene in New York, you see all that purple. So it could be the symbiotes. Like I said, we could have like multiple symbiotes. That could be the return of Carnage. I know we got anti-Venom. I know you keep talking about that for Venom 3. So but I'm going back to other characters that we haven't seen yet. If Morbius is not in this, could that, Morbius and we have a new set of characters. I'm not, depending on what happens with episode 3, episode 3, Spider-Man 3, No Way Home. All those villains could be gone. They could be sent back, because they said they were killed in their universe. and we could be, like I said, Morbius. The Vulture still lingering out there. He, maybe, maybe not. They keep. I'm hearing rumors that Vulture's going to be in um Doctor Strange 2. So that could happen. And then, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think Sony was going to walk away and just say, hey, we're taking it from Disney or from Marvel, because I'm at the Marvel Studios named sales. I know Sony's had issue. They've had big movies with Spider-Man, but people want the connection with Marvel. So I mean, you want to have it where you can't have Spider-Man with MCU characters. Well, especially when it got a lot of the newer characters of the Young Avengers possibly coming in. With Spider-Man being a younger character at the time. I mean, where they have Tom Holland is a younger. He could be a leader of the Young Avengers. I mean, you got Kate Bishop now. You're gonna have Hawkeye. So definitely, I think we're gonna see the Spider-Man 4 connected with the MCU. Definitely when in 4, 5, and 6. So I'm assuming that's going to be probably the college years, like I said. So I'm going to see anybody wants to share. You can come on if you want to. If you want to talk Spider-Man, if you're still in there, or anybody is watching. I mean, it's probably everybody's watching other streams at the moment. So I threw this together. If you watch the restream, get with me. I mean, I'm gonna try to start having some of these like 30-minute. Have one topic. Have like 2 to 3 people in. Boom, we hit it out. Then and it's like a quick snack show. Boom. I will have other shows and other streams. If anybody hasn't known, we did lose JJ. We lost JJ yesterday. I don't have the link, but I know Chris Knight. If you go check Chris Knight's and Han Star channel, they have the link to his PayPal for the family. So if anybody what to donate to on PayPal, Chris Knight and Han Star, I think they have their links on their channel. So make sure you check that out and donate to the family. I haven't heard any other news yet. I know. Probably Hanstar or Chris probably be the one letting us know what happens. You have stage fright, Sherry. Or you got on LDG's channel, didn't you? I believe I did. When you on LDG's channel one time? Yeah, I had stage fright too. I just get up here and act goofy. That's why I say stupid things. But guys, like this whole week, most of the channels, most of the shows, we are dedicating to JJ. I mean, he was pretty much on everybody's show. He came on my show, a couple of shows I had. I was on multiple shows with JJ. We had Name That Tune. We had a Jackbox Game Nights, Nerdgasm with LDG's channel, and he was always in the back room at LDG, and anytime LDG had a chat, a morning coffee chat or anything, and anything with Chris's shows, Han Stars, he was on Onzo's channel, Danny's, Gaskar, just multiple Chris's show on Friday nights. He had his own channel, his own shows with Darius, and all. They had his own hangout shows. I mean, multiple shows. If anybody saw the stream I had last night, we had Anzo put a clip on there from Roberto's show. He had an interview with JJ. Check out Trendy Mindy. What's going on, Charles? What's going on? This is a quick show. I just threw it together. It's gonna be a pilot show I'm gonna start doing. I was able to get nobody on here. If you want to come on, you can. We're gonna talk. It's a 30-minute show. Tonight was talking about Spider-Man 4, 5, 6, 7. Whatever. What do you think? What do you think the future is going to be? What you think it's still going to be the MCU, or is Sony going to take it away? Which I think it's still going to be the MCU. I think Venom is. We're going to dive. It's going to be college years. We're going to dive deep into Venom, his lore, and possibly the other symbiotes, different things. Yes, definitely. Our rest in peace, JJ. That's what I was just saying. It was multiple. There was some really good streams yesterday. Honor JJ, Tommy the Guinea Pig had one. I know Nindroid had one. Onzo had one. Robert Storms had one also. and Chris, I believe Chris was on. He might have had another one because I was at work. And I had one late last night. In Onzo, we played the clip from Roberto's interview he had with JJ back in September. If anybody want to check that out, it was on my stream. But if you check out Trendy Mindy's, it's on his channel. It was FD Ego. I think it was the third one. He had three of them. He had one with Onzo, Chris Knight, and then JJ. But it's about an hour long. Awesome interview. JJ tells pretty much his life story, how he got into YouTube, different things. So check that out, guys, and subscribe to Roberto Trendy Mindy. He has an excellent channel. He's on also with Onzo on OC on tomorrow night. I believe it's at 10 o'clock, depending the timing on these other shows. Let's see. We got. I'm not sure, but right now, Buffy is more Spider-Man than the MCU Spider-Man. I like I said, I know this movie's depending on what's going to happen. I mean, it's hard to say what. I know we're going to get Venom in there. I mean, but I don't think we're going to get Venom in this movie. We're going to get him at the end, and it's pretty much going to set up 4, 5, 6. I mean, I heard last year that it was going to make 2 more trilogies, but Tom Holland, he doesn't sound like he wants to make no more. But when they start offering him that big money, he'll probably take it because he says he wants to do other projects. But look with Chris Hemsley and with Thor and all that. Sometimes you have a hit, sometimes you don't. This is like Ronnie Downey Jr. After he got away from Iron Man, I mean, some of his movies was not the best. I mean, I like the Sherlock Holmes, but Dr. Dolittle movie didn't do very good, and I haven't seen anything else that come out. So, he was asking a lot for Iron Man, but he might, want to lower it down for they could figure out how to. I mean, he could come back. I meant with this new multiverse or something, they could say he's, have him as he was an Iron Man from another universe. He could even have him as Iron Man from Sam Raimi Spider-Man, since we're all connected now. Or Garfield, it could in multiple ways. So, but we'll have to see. I mean, is these characters going to stay? That's the thing. We'll have to, with this movie coming, are they going to stay? Are we going to have is this considered a Sinister Six movie? Or are we going to get a true Sinister Six movie? That's the thing. But I think Venom is going to be the main. Venom is going to be the main thing. The next trilogy, like I said, it's probably going to be college years. I've heard, and then the third trilogy, if it happens, probably be the adult Spider-Man. Maybe we'll go into the future Spider, different things. But probably we'll get more Miles Morales. Like I said, the Vulture is still out there. I mean, I don't know if he'll be in this movie. I mean, if he is, we're going to be really crowded. And then you got Morbius too. I mean, they're trying to connect Morbius, so it might be Morbius and Venom. We might have a more, monster type universe after that. You never know, because you got Morbius, and you can. And the thing is, you got Daredevil. They say he's in it, but he's probably not going to have the Daredevil. So definitely bring him in. You could bring. I mean, with all that, you could. And Deadpool has a. If you look in the comments, Deadpool has a lot of connections with Spider-Man too. So if they want to bring Deadpool in there, possibly, I know it may not be the rated R Deadpool, but definitely, there's possibilities. And then, I mean, when you bring Morbius, and you can bring Blade, I mean, it's depending on what Disney and Sony works out. I mean, it helps both out. Disney owns 100% of the merchandising rights, so if the movie does good, Disney makes a lot of money. So, if they make $1 billion, and if the movie makes $1 billion, Disney, even if they get 25% of that, hey, that's a lot. That's good. And plus, they get 100% of merchandise, right? So, you're gonna have everybody in town want that Sinister Six T-shirt. Or, I'd want one, definitely. Cups, mugs, hats. Disney gets 100% of that. Sony doesn't get that. Only Sony gets is that 75% they get from the movie. So, and then so it's a win-win. If let's see what we got. Wookie, what's going on? Hey, if you want to come in, like I said, this is going to be a 30-minute quick stream because we got Jedi Bills coming up in 11 o'clock, guys. So, it's a pilot episode of this show. I rushed it to try to get today. I was trying to get somebody. I wasn't able to get nobody because I was tied up with work. So, I'm gonna try to plan it out in the next one. Try to get 1 or 2 people in here. We got one topic. It's 30 minutes, a quickie. It's like I said, it's what's called the late night snack. You know, you go grab just a quick snack. You ain't getting the whole meal. So my other streams will be the good 2 hour, 1 hour streams and all that. But it's like 30. When trying to set this 30 minutes, boom. One topic tonight was Spider-Man 4 and beyond. See what happens with 3 and 4 and beyond. So let me see. I just wanted one where they leave poor Uncle Ben. Yeah, that's the one thing. Are we going to get is Uncle Ben? We're going to get every Uncle Ben in the multiverse coming. I mean, that would be a heart crusher if you get you see a whole street of Uncle Bens out there. And I was wondering that too. I mean, every Uncle Ben in every universe comes back to life. And poor Peter has to, that's like a nightmare in his. That could, what? It was talking about Doctor Strange having nightmare. Bring Nightmare in and make him bring every Uncle Ben back. That would be a interesting movie or an interesting part of the movie. Nightmare brings every Uncle Ben back to haunt Peter. This is a thought, I don't want to, but yeah. But like I said, it could be multiple things. I mean, Disney and them work good. They work that relationship good. I mean, definitely got, we got the references of Captain America in there. Iron Man in the movies, different things. So, and you definitely can have Spider-Man in the Young Avengers. You've already got, like I said, you got the Kate Bishop coming in. You got Miss Marvel, Kamala. What's her? Kamala Khan? Or got her. I believe Echo's. I believe she's. I believe Echo's young too. So I don't think she's an older character. She's got Echo. Let me think who else. I'm not sure how old they're going to have She-Hulk. I mean, I think she's going to be like middle aged, but if they have a younger one, trying to think any other younger characters. I know they're if they bring Wanda's kids back, if they had her kids, and somehow Wanda brings her kids back. There's two right young Avengers there. I mean, who knows? There's a ton of characters in there they could bring in these movies. So. If you watch some of the cartoons I knew they have a younger Hulk, a younger Hulk, I suppose, as his son or something. So I don't know how it works, but if they do it for multiverses and stuff, see what happens. Gay, straight, black, it doesn't matter. Just let him, let him live. That's definitely Wookiee. Yeah, that would be different. Uncle Ben survives this one, but yeah. Guys, let's see. We got like 9 more minutes. So anybody got anything in the chat? I mean, I said it just was me tonight, so I didn't have anybody else to talk about the Spider-Man. But anybody got any things they want to talk about Spider-Man? I mean, that's what I'm just trying to one subject, one little thing. Probably do it like we do a bigger stream. We could do different. I'll do different topics and stuff. I said this is a quick one. You can see I just got home from work, so I'm still in my work clothes. I just drove in the car, boom, got it, jumped right on the thing. So I was trying to get done real quick because I know I got Jedi Bill's stream coming up. Like I said, anybody, Jedi Bill's had the big show tonight. It's 250, so guys, definitely check that out. So and this whole week, all the streams, everybody I've talked to, every stream is going to be dedicated to JJ. So so we're definitely we're missing him, and we're going to dedicate him. I know Chris was talking earlier when I was at work. I seen he was talking about he was going to have him honorary member, grand champion of the Rumble, which is awesome. And Ozzo had an awesome tribute. Yeah, he has a little tribute on his stream now in the intro with JJ. So check that out, guys. And also, and this is the thing I put in the chat. Anybody hasn't subscribed to JJ's channel, subscribe and share. I would love to see JJ get hit. He always talked about, I don't care about getting monetized, but I would love to see him hit 1,000 subscribers. Even he'd be looking down and saying, I got my 1,000 subscribers. Just in honor of him, that would be really awesome, guys. So, share his channel, because he has some awesome content from the past couple years when he was doing the shows and stuff. And it would be really cool to see him hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. That would I think that would be an honor to him too, guys. So, all right, got a few more minutes, guys. I see Wookie in there, Sherry, Ciao. Anything else? I mean, Spider-Man. I mean, since we're like, we could go off topic since nobody come in. If any of y'all got any other questions or anything, or any questions for me or anything, pop them in there. Pop them in that chat, if I can try to answer them the best I can. I'm gonna start. I was talking. If anybody watched any of my old streams, see, I haven't streamed since September. My other show's the Metal Taco Show with Eric Santos, and well, I brought Ronnie in there too, but he's had some medical issues in the last couple of months, so we really haven't have any shows. So he's getting better. He has some issues. Has some, just like me, we have diabetes and has some heart issues also, and but he's trying to get better, and so we're gonna try to hopefully in December get back full stream with him, get him on there, and I'm gonna start the show again, but I'm gonna have to have some guests and stuff on there. But on our old shows, if anybody we used to talk, music, wrestling. If anybody likes wrestling, I know some people doesn't, but we had some shows. We always go to local wrestling shows and stuff, and we went to some WWE shows and stuff, and we discussed them and all that, sports, music, concerts, in basic TV, general movies and stuff like that. So it was a fun show. It was a show that me and him always wanted to do when I used to work in retail, like 10 years ago. We come up with that name. We goof around. So we call it was like our own little show, like we call it the Metal Taco Show. So we're gonna try to bring that back. If you could probably seen on my intro, and then I had that late night after hours. That was the second little. We were diddle around and stuff. I mean, we didn't get a lot of subs and stuff from it, but we had fun with it. So like I said, we're out here to have fun. Just like JJ was there to have fun. He always said he didn't care about, if you get it's nice to get monetized, but he was there to have fun and be with people in the community. And and a great thing last night I seen, and a lot of people said it. A lot of people in the community that hasn't streamed together, probably I'm new at this. I've been doing this since April, March. So I've learned. I've met a lot of people on here. I've met a lot of people, but there's a lot of people I still don't know. I mean, I go on streams, and I first time meeting them. It's really cool. I mean, I get along with anybody, but they said a lot of people come on the stream hasn't streamed together, or they've had you would say beefs or disagreements and stuff, and so they have streamed together for years. I've heard what I was hearing on Tommy's stream and Gonzo stream and Robert stream, and it's sad that that we had to lose one of our fan. We just say it's a community, but it's family for that to happen. And so sometimes it's look in your hearts, and is it worth a disagreement over not talking to somebody or streaming with somebody. Stream. I mean, if you don't, somebody, some of your members you don't even meet. We stream like this. It's like it's sometimes it's the world we live in. You're still family. I mean, you're a community family. So, but it's sad that that it takes somebody to pass away, or one of our fellow brothers or sisters. It doesn't matter. For us to get a community to get back together. If we did have disagreements, I hate to. Disagree with somebody, and and then find out something like that, next day, that person's gone, and you never got a chance to, make it up on. Hey, Austin, you want to come in real quick? I mean, like I said, I was trying to do a quick show for Jedi Bill stream. So I mean, you want to come in real quick? I wasn't able to get anybody, and we're trying to talk about Spider-Man. I know you and Onzo was talking about it. Spider-Man after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, beyond. I think I got this link in there if you want to come in real quick. I mean, if you can just say a quick piece, if you want to. Let me see me popping in there again. There it is. So there it is. If you want to come in, you can. Austin there. Like I said, I'm just doing a quick stream. This was the episode. I just got home from work. Yeah. I just got home from work. I was the pilot episode of this new thing I was working on, but of course, when you're at work, you don't have time to work all the details out. So I wasn't able to schedule a guest and all that. So I was trying to get one or two guests. I threw it on Twitter, but I guess, I did too late. And, oh, there it is. There it is. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm just doing a quick stream. This is my little. It's like a 30-minute stream. I call it the late night snack. Try to get a couple guests and do like one topic, and just it's a little quickie. Snack. I call it. We do the big shows. We can do the full feast.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was like one topic tonight was like I know you and Anzo know, and y'all was talking about it earlier on the chaos list and all that. Spider-Man, we got Spider-Man 3 coming out. Spider-Man 4, 5, 6 beyond. What do you think? Where do you think it's going to go? Do you think it's going to stay in the MCU? And what do you think the vision is going to be, on that?
If you want my personal opinion, I don't want Spider-Man in the MCU.
Okay, so you don't.
It's my thing is I want them to do Spider-Man justice because I'm sorry, Homecoming and Far From Home didn't do that. Like Homecoming wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. I respect what they try to do because at the same time, you can't. It's like one of those characters. You know who he is. You know how he's going to become Spider-Man. I appreciate they try to do something different with them, but Far From Home they didn't do a good job. And really, I'm excited for No Way Home for the simple fact that I hope Andrew and Toby come back.
Exactly.
And
we know they're going to be. I mean, if they don't, they're going to be a riot. They're going to be a riot if they don't come back. I mean, it's going to be hard to explain what hit that lizard in that one trailer.
I was going to make a joke and say it was probably going to be Ned or something, or maybe Venom.
Yeah.
I want it, but I do see him staying in the MCU, which is more than likely going to be the case. And while I may not be a big fan of it, I would it's fine. I just want them to just pay respect to the character and do more with them because it's like Tom Holland is one of those Spider-Men that I don't think he really ever got a chance to really be Spider-Man. It felt like he was kind of like the watered down version.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess you could even say that about, Andrew Garfield too, but even then he had a huge, an essence of the character. So it's like, I don't want Tom to be a one-hit wonder because he really hasn't had a chance to really stand out. So I'm hoping that because he's coming back for this new trilogy, I hope he comes back and actually shows what he can do because I think he's a good actor and I think he can pull the role off really well. It's just I need to see more from him before it's like, wow, he's like the best Spider-Man I've ever seen because I'm like, because if we're talking about Andrew and Toby, like Tom doesn't really reach their level. And, because I always say this, Toby had the better movies. I think Andrew's character did, play the character probably closer to the comics than anybody. Mm-hmm. But Tom is somebody that I could even see like a Miles Morales type thing with.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with this new trilogy, I want to see him Peter Parker. And from what I heard, in the next movie, he's going to, be with Venom and stuff, which it will be interesting.
That's what I think is going to happen. Because I've heard rumors in the past that supposedly they wanted to do 3 trilogies. I guess that was the high school. This is going to be the college years, and then possibly an older Spider-Man. But Tom Holland, he doesn't sound like he wants to stay in there. But I think when they offer him the money, he'll be like, okay, because
he did say he didn't want to stay when he was like 30, which is understandable.
Well, they're trying to make a movie like every 2 years. So he's how old is he right now? 25, 20,
20 somewhere around there. He's definitely in his early 20s at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the rate they make him, that 6th movie, he should be right at 30. So, they could say, okay. And if they do want to make an older Spider, they could do that jump into the, the future Spider-Man if they want to after that. I mean, if, after 6 movies winning, it could pretty much 6+ movies because you got to figure he's probably going to do Avenger movies, young Avenger movies. I have him everywhere, but I figured. I mean, I don't think Venom. I think Venom's going to show up at the very end, and we're going to probably it's going to be that Venom is going to be the main thing going into that for Spider-Man. I just sort of see it. But who knows?
And
I mean, we'll have to see what happens in this movie. Are they going to send him back, kill him, or are they? You never know. I mean, and Morbius, I think Morbius they'll probably hint Venom and Morbius together. I don't know. I can see possibly him being in there too. So I don't know. I mean, you don't want like 9 villains in this movie either. I mean, that's another thing.
They already have way too much as it is.
Yeah, I mean, and the Vulture's pretty much left out. I don't think he's going to be in it. He's going to be left out. They said he's going to be in Doctor Strange 2, possibly, but so I could see Spider-Man. He's more likely he's going to be in Spider-Man, Doctor Strange also, because you remember they did on that last contract. He's still supposed to make one be in one Marvel movie too. So I definitely could see him being in the Doctor Strange 2 in there. So
absolutely. And you know what? And this is something I'm going to bring up too, is if Marvel is actually, and if Sony and, Marvel are smart, because this movie's going to make a shit ton of money. We already know this.
Nindroid, you want to come in? You can come in. I got the link there. I see Nindroid's there.
Just based off the ticket sales alone, right? Like it's going to make, I think this is going to be the movie that makes $1 billion.
Oh yeah, definitely. If China doesn't screw them, because I noticed, Venom got banned from China too. So as long as China doesn't do that little thing to them, they definitely should.
Well, absolutely.
Unless we get locked down again, with this new variant and all this stuff. Unless they ban everybody from the movie theaters, and you have to skip 3 seats between every person, and that's the thing. It's just, I mean, during that, like at Endgame, there was people sitting on the floors, two people sitting on each other's lap. They was overselling. So it's hard. It will be hard to ever get back to that pace of money maker. But I think this movie could do it, if long as it doesn't outside of the Hollywood. Like I said, with the variants and all this and regulations and stuff. They should. Hey, Basco, you can hop. I got the link in there if you want to hop in, man. I was trying to get a hold of you earlier. See if you wanted.
Yeah. If Sony and Marvel are smart, because this money is really banking on the fact that Andrew and Toby's going to be in it, basically.
Exactly.
Do more with them.
Exactly.
You don't have to do a whole shit ton with them. Like Toby, I understand he's up there in age. I get it. He's a lot older, but you can have maybe like one movie with them, or hell, you can even do a show with them.
Yeah.
And I even made the suggestion for the Sony stuff, with Venom and Morbius, just have Andrew be the Spider-Man for that universe.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing what we know now, it's going to be merged with the MCU, and
it's smart too, because I mean that the Marvel Studios name sells. That's the thing. It's only
absolutely.
I mean that 15, or was it 15 or 20? What is Disney getting? 15 or 20%? I know what this movie going to have. I know they got a little more for this one than the last 2. But I think it's maybe 20 to 20. It's 20 or something like that. But Disney is smart. Make them that 20%. Say that's a good profit. Don't be too greedy. But they got 100% of the merch sales. This movie, everybody's going to want that Sinister Six shirt. Everybody wants that Sinister Six hat, that mug, that boom. The new backpack for go back to school. We got Spider-Man and Sinister Six. Boom. Disney makes 100% of that sales, so definitely you want this movie to succeed, So
100%.
I know when Fox had the X-Men movies, they tried to sabotage Fox back in the day before they bought them, because they basically made sure there was no comics of the Fantastic Four, X-Men. They cut all them out. Try to, limit it where they didn't, people didn't know who the X-Men or stuff was, in there, if you went in the Marvel site and stuff. But, this definitely, I'd be pushing it, that 20%. Hey, you ain't going to get the full $1 billion that, from the movie, but that you get that little bit of change, but you're going to get all that stuff on the back haul from the merchandise and stuff. So that's the smart thing.
Well, absolutely. because honestly, this movie's really just banking off nostalgia for me, at
Oh yeah.
least. Like I'm excited to see Willem Dafoe again. I'm excited to see Alfred Molina again. Hell, I'm even excited to see Jamie Foxx again. And
I like what they did, Jamie Foxx. I mean, just a few images. It's like wow. I was like, wow, could we have had that in the second movie?
oh, absolutely, he looks so much better. And I'm hoping Thomas Hayden Church is coming back. The guy who played the Lizard's coming back. I
Mm-hmm.
hope it's not just like, oh, they're just gonna show up in CGI and like they're not really gonna be there. Like I hope they come back and like they just it's gonna be awesome.
Do you think? Do you think we're getting two goblins? Because I know somebody said it looks like we have two different type goblins in there. Do you think we're getting two, or is just going to be Willem Dafoe's?
I think it's gonna be just Willem Dafoe.
Okay.
I just don't think they're gonna stuff any more into this movie than they already have. Like, I mean, maybe if they really wanted to, they could probably. It's one of those things where I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I could see them maybe trying to put one more villain in there. Like, I wouldn't be
Well,
surprised if we saw like a Mysterio or
maybe
a
Rhino. Rhino. I know they kept saying Rhino. Maybe he won't be much. And
but it's like one of those things where I just don't I can't see Rhino being in it just because I think it should have been two of every, like their most well-known villains. Like I was shocked that Toby's like had like three villains from his thing come in.
mm-hmm. So
And then
I don't think I don't understand is why the Sandman's in there. Because like in the third movie, unless they pull this, because what part of the movies? I hope they explain it. What part of where did they pull them out of the movies out? Because Doc Ock, he had to be maybe the train scene or something. He didn't get, wasn't at the very end where he was dying, but because they said that I mean Doctor Strange says they die with the hands of Spider-Man in their universe. Well, the Sandman, he just he shakes Peter's hand and he drifts off. So unless in the future in that franchise we would have seen him die or he'd have came back or something. So
it's possible.
Yeah. So I'm just like. I'm thinking, what I'm sort of here. The Lizard I can understand, and the Lizard didn't die either. That's another thing. So I mean,
no. And last time I checked, Lizard really didn't hate Peter all that much. Like I know he, like there's definitely a lot of bad blood between them, but I think that like at the end of the Amazing Spider-Man, what I got from it was like Connors like knew he fucked up, but at the end of the day, he did what he did. So I think like they're definitely gonna be pulled from different points in time. Like this is definitely because Norman coming in, it's like he definitely is still. It has to be before he died. There's no way they're gonna like explain that and have like he gets stabbed and he gets sent to another multiverse or something. Like that wouldn't make a lot of sense. Like Doc Ock, you could maybe use when he went into the water and drowned, like the reactor thing may have sucked him into the universe or whatever. Or hell, you could have him maybe he's about to die, but then it like when the multiverse starts to break, he comes back in and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then the tentacles gain control of him, and then he comes back to his senses and goes, "Whoa, wait a minute, you're not Peter. Whoa, what the hell's going on?"
And this could set up, I'm sure Daredevil's in it because they say, they had them clips, but they haven't officially announced it. But this could set up, when they decide to make that Daredevil movie, they could bring Spider-Man. Because you got the main villain, it deals with both of them as Kingpin. He can definitely bring him into this next phase or next trilogy in there.
Oh, I would love for that to be the case.
And you can have Daredevil right there with Spider-Man. So I mean, because the Kingpin fights deals with both of them. So, I'm hoping that's, they bring that. And I was telling somebody else, Deadpool has a little bit of history with Spider-Man also. So I know you won't get the Deadpool from the Deadpool movies, but it would be interesting seeing Deadpool in there in a Spider-Man movie too. So
absolutely.
And then when you got Morbius, then you can bring Blade in there. I mean, it's so connective. If that's why Disney and Sony play fair, fair with each other, and work that little deal out, and dude, there's so much connective energy in there. It ain't just we can bring so many other characters in that, there's a lot of characters that, they're not A, B, top tier characters, but we could bring them in and for the fans, it's like Morbius.
Yeah.
Morbius is not a really A or B character, but I mean, looking at that trailer, I'm excited to see that right after the Spider. I mean, definitely Spider-Man. Everybody wants to see Spider-Man, but I'm definitely want to see that's one of my movies for next year. I want to see that, and of course, the Batman and all that. But I mean, they made a character that's not a lot of people have never heard of unless you're really fans of Spider-Man and stuff. I mean, you just talk to normal people. Everybody knows everybody knows Iron Man, everybody knows Spider-Man or Wolverine. But you say, oh, Morbius, they're like, who the hell is that? So, but they've made a character that's that could be a real interesting too. So.
Yeah, and as somebody who loves the '90s animated show, and because I knew Morbius from that, and I'm like, it's gonna be awesome to see it. And I'm like, I had my doubts going into it because I was like, I don't know, because Sony, we know their track record, and I wasn't a huge fan of the first Venom, and I'm like, oh god, they're gonna do Morbius. And the first trailer didn't necessarily wow me, and I'm like, okay. I started to roll my eyes, and
yeah. Would you? I know we're getting the X-Men, the old X-Men animation. Would you like to see that Spider-Man animated comeback from the '90s? Remember the one everybody likes. I know we're getting the what's it? I don't know if it's Tom Holland. What's that one they're coming out with? It I've seen the freshman year or something.
Yeah,
but I would like them to continue with that. Oh, there's Chris. Chris, you should be in there.
If they did the '90s show, I would like them to do it for maybe one more season, just so they can wrap up everything. Because season 5, they left that open, because they were going to search for Mary Jane. I want that entire season to be focused on that. I want them to bring back Carnage, Dormammu, everything. And I want to see their version of the multiverse. I know we technically got that at the end of season 5, but that was a small taste. You had Spider-Man who, didn't, cure his mutation. You have Ben Reilly. You have, Spider-Ock. You have Tony Stark Spider-Man. It's like you had all of this stuff that just clicked. And it's like, it felt like they were setting up something. And then they fucked it up and gave us Spider-Man Unlimited. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Well, it was like Spider was Unlimited. And it was...
new animated series, which I thought, oh my god, it's gonna be a continuation of the animated series. I'm like, nope, it's not even that.
There he is.
What the? Anyways, what are we talking about?
Spider-Man.
Guys, just 5 seconds. I've been drinking, and
that's all right.
I am numb after this past weekend. Fucking sucks. But Spider-Man. Are we talking about No Way Home?
Well, No Way Home, then Beyond.
Okay. Beyond the three
3, 4, 5, 6.
Disney, which we knew. Which if you're the great Kreskin for old people, because Johnny Carson. Oh yes, yeah. Anyways, we all knew that was going to happen. Boy, they have a plethora of stuff they can go through if they are tying everything into what they're doing right now. Because this is the smartest move of 2 properties, Marvel, Disney, maybe 3, Sony, Marvel, Disney, right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is the smartest move in history because they can pull from Tobey Maguire, they can pull from Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, all 3, and there is no limit to this.
Mm-hmm. And you can bring 100%. Miles Morales in there also. I mean, if you want to go.
Well, yeah, definitely. You know what? Miles Morales. They did Into the Spider-Verse, which a lot of people don't like that movie, but I loved it. I thought it was a great movie.
I think it was one of the best ones they made.
Yeah, I agree.
The Spider Pig, come on. Who doesn't love the Spider Pig?
Well, it was better than the Loki alligator.
No, wait. Austinator? I don't know if Jason has. I don't know if you have Phantom Zones, but
I
you
have
need to
Phantom.
get them. But no,
Let me see. I got something for you.
Miles Morales.
Wait.
Are you crazy?
I was for LDG, but
I like that though. So for certain, they should do a Miles Morales tie-in somehow, because either I wouldn't do the next movie, but maybe the second movie have a little tie-in, and then the third movie bring in more, and then I mean by that time Sony's going to be sold.
Mhm.
Spider-Man's going to be Disney's, and go ahead.
Disney's smart. Disney's just smart to say, let's stay together. Even if Disney says, well, I will only take 5% because they're getting all the merchandise.
This isn't just smart on Disney's part. This is smart on Sony's part, because Sony is saying we're on the market. We're open for business. Buy us. As long as they have this deal, they know they have money in the bank, and their stockholders have money. So they don't care right now. They know these are billion-dollar movies. Now, No Way Home may not make $1 billion. That's only because of the pandemic. And we all know that.
And in China decides to.
Well, they're going to China.
I know Venom got banned from China, so hopefully they don't do that.
No Way Home is in China. It has been confirmed. They're going to China.
That's good. Okay.
So No Way Home should be able to make $1 billion. If they don't, it's fine. We're okay with 800, 700, whatever. Right now you have to like even it all out with the fact that pandemic, this other stuff. After this, though, when the pandemic does start to slow down, which depending on who you are and what you think, a year, half a year, whatever, it's down the line. Sony is out for money. They don't care, and they know Disney has the $1 billion golden ticket. Hate Disney, love Disney, don't care. They make money, and they know they can make money. And Sony knows right now that signing a deal with Disney, with Spider-Man, and say, here, Marvel, you have the access to this character now. And they're smart because they're also adding, think of Michael Keaton and Falcon and Vulture. They're adding him into Morbius. That's a Disney thing. That was Disney and Marvel that came up with that. So they're smart because they're saying, we're letting the Spider-Verse move over with Disney, and they're making this huge property together.
Yeah.
This is money. Money
Well,
on
Blade,
money on
Morbius and Blade. Blade can come in there with Morbius.
Exactly.
Deadpool.
I mean,
Kingpin. That's what I was telling him. Kingpin. They have Daredevil. Kingpin and Spider-Man. You can bring Deadpool.
Well,
I mean, there's a bunch of.
I mean, we've seen pictures now that it is more than likely that Daredevil is in this movie for a short amount of time.
Yeah, without the suit. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, yeah, they're smart. Guys, give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine, Chris. That's fine.
Oh man!
I think Robert must have had a couple super chats over on Storms.
Yeah, it sounded like they were doing the shots.
Chris must have. He was taking it with him.
I guess so. And drunk Chris is an interesting sight to behold.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Yeah. That's like I said. There's so much money, and that's why I said Disney just if they don't take 5%, say hey. They can make so much money just long as because the thing is they don't want to lose Spider-Man's presence because they already trying to get him in Spider-Man in the park. I know we can't get here in Florida because the Universal deal because that what Marvel did with Universal and all that. But I know in California they already got a Spider-Man ride. I think they're building one in Europe and I think one in the Japan park or something, whatever. So I mean, eventually, I mean, they'll probably buy that Universal thing for they'll get them in the Disney World here, but they're trying to build that whole Marvel thing, so they don't want to lose, Spider-Man. Would have no presence. They don't want to have IP in there that's not theirs, that they have no promoting another company they're not getting no money off of. So it's smart. Stay with them, get there in the merchandise, and like I said, and Spider-Man can build some of their characters that might have a problem trying to launch themselves, but having Spider-Man connected with it, like I said, like Daredevil. Everybody wants to see a Daredevil movie. I mean, I know the one in the past was kind of a little rough with Ben. I don't know if did you like that one with Ben?
I enjoyed it. I thought
Yeah,
it was way better than I think a lot of people gave it credit for.
You
It's not perfect, but it's not bad. Elektra's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh no, Elektra's garbage.
But I don't know. Like I said, better. But like I said, there's so many characters that he could that we're not even thinking about. I know there's a lot of slow B and C characters in there that boom, they could bring them up in top tier level. I mean, Iron Man was not a household name before Robert Downey Jr. got it in there, because I was probably B or C character, and then now Iron Man is Iron Man's everywhere. I remember when a kid, you never seen no Iron Man shirts or Iron Man. What did you see? Incredible Hulk, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and I'm trying to think who else. Captain America and stuff like
Fantastic Four.
Yeah. But you didn't ever see Iron Man, anything with Iron Man. Now, Iron Man's just. I was looking at on stuff the other day with sales, with characters and IPs, and Iron Man is right up there with Spider-Man and the rest of it, and Superman and all that. I mean, that's like, I know all these characters. You had Superman and all that forever, but you never had no Iron Man merchandise. But now he's one of the top selling IPs that are out there. So. Guardians of the Galaxy, who the hell thought of that?
Absolutely,
I mean,
like
even when that movie came out, it's like, who the hell is the only time I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy? They had an episode on the animated Mightiest Heroes, the one the animated show that came out.
Yes,
I saw them there, and it still didn't have the true Guardians. They even had Adam Warlock. So, and I think what's the other character? The other girl, Quasar or something like that. Because I went back and watched that episode, and I was like, before that, I didn't know who the hell who they were. I mean, unless you were like deep in the comics and stuff. I know him. I think even like Robert said, Robert Stark, he didn't know who the hell they were. I mean, he like briefly, but not like in detail. I sort of like the Eternals. I mean, hey, I haven't seen the movie, hate or like it, but that does, I mean. I didn't know much about those characters, but so when I do get to see it, we do get some knowledge of them. I mean, so did you see it yet, the Eternals?
I did. Oh boy, it's it sucks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It sucks. And I don't even know if it's worse than Captain Marvel. That's how bad it is for me. It's really boring, too long. There's a lot of editing problems.
Yeah. And when I know definitely with bringing in the Celestials, I was hoping for a lot. So I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. I can't judge it because I haven't seen it. I was hoping for an in-game types with the Celestials and all that. I was, when you see the first clips of, the previews, you're like, oh, damn, this is going to be, we're looking at that again. So, Shang-Chi, did you see, you seen Shang-Chi, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I like that. I watched it on Disney Plus. I like I said, I didn't get to see them. I said when this Eternals comes on, I think it'll be in December, December 1st of January. I was looking at dates because it gets 45 days. I guess it has to be until they can put them on the Disney Plus. I'll watch it when it comes on Disney Plus. It was one of those. I was going to go watch Shang-Chi, and then some people bad mouthing it, and I was like, damn, that movie I would have went and watched in the theater. It was pretty good. I liked it. And Black Widow wasn't too bad. I mean, I know where some people were bashing it. I know a lot of people we didn't need it, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad movie to watch. I mean, it's not one of my favorites, but I could watch it again. It's very
disappointing though, but not.
Yeah. Well, the problem is it should have been out so long ago. That's the problem with it. But I mean, I'll take any content. We was at during the pandemic, man, we'd take any content it was, man. If we could have had a Groot and Rocket Raccoon movie, and it wouldn't matter what it is. We just needed some kind of content out there back then. So, Chris might have had to go get him some more alcohol or something.
I think he fell asleep.
He might have, man. He was like he was a pass out there on us. I hope he doesn't have to go to work tomorrow.
Oh God, that would suck.
Well, I know Robert at one night he got so drunk, and then he had a Storms Nation, and then he got more drunk, and he's like, I got to be at work at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. I was like, gee, I was like, that motherfucker's gonna call out. He did. I was like, he had to, man. I said, he had damn alarm clock wasn't gonna wake his ass up. No. He went for a whole bottle of Crown, man, and he was drinking. I don't know what he was drinking after that, but I was like, dude, you ain't getting up no more. Darius, man, you come in here, bro, if you want to. Or are you going to bed? Oh, that was Gascar said he was going to bed.
Yeah.
That's Gascar. Yeah. That felt I know I was watching all at work, man. It felt empty though without JJ being in that chaos list there.
Yeah, it did. Oh man, and I think I was backstage talking to LDG, and I've been talking about it last couple days. It's hard, He was a good friend of mine. I know I've said this, before, but JJ, he would always, tell you, don't call me your friend because on YouTube, like you're not really that close, you're not really friends, and it's more like acquaintances. Because then he's like, well, if if you call me your friend, then you're asking for something and stuff like that. But JJ was a friend.
Yeah.
More important.
I looked at him as like a big brother. I mean, because me and him were talking, and I told him, I said, that's why I said when I was came on for that few minutes the other day, I was like, I said, well, he's sort of like a big brother or father figure to some of us. I know some of the younger guys. I mean, you and Nindroid. I mean, he come in there and he was showing y'all how to do stuff and how to mod and different things, and he was sort of like I said to me, he was like a big brother because we were in there in them back rooms sometimes, and we talk about stuff. It wasn't just Star Wars or we was talking about real life stuff, because I know he had a lot of medical stuff, and this last year I unfortunately started having medical issues. That's similar to diabetes and the heart issues and stuff. So, I mean, we was talking about because I'm like, I don't know what's a lot of this stuff. I've never had it. What happens when if you it's like I was telling somebody, you eat this donut. And today you're fine, but you eat the same donut tomorrow, and it feels like you got hit by a bus, and it knocks your ass down. That's like I was telling my sister. I tell my wife that I feel like crap, and she she doesn't know, she doesn't have it. So it's like she's like, oh, you're just being lazy, you're tired, Like no, it literally feels like you got. And I was I was chatting with JJ, and he was telling me about stuff, because he said he lived with it since he was 11 years old. So he's had 30 years. So, and he helped me out, telling me, how to, things that's happened to him and stuff. So, enlighten me, what, to avoid, what to try to, and like I said, so like he was like a brother telling me, how to, pretty much survive, in certain situations and all that. So it was, I mean, that's why it sort of hurt me, like, I only known him for, y'all probably known him a lot longer because I'm new to the community and all that, but I've known him since I think April when I first met him on Anzo's channel and all that. And like I said, I streamed with him a lot on different channels. Went on his, he came on mine when I had that 100. I was so so thrilled because he came on, supported me when I had that 100 subs. Coming all the time, he's in the back room just chatting, having a good time, and just it's. It's like, you go back, look for that person for advice and he's not there, and it hurts, So, I mean, it's, and what I was saying earlier is, it's sad that it took somebody like him to pass away for the community to get there was a lot of people streaming together yesterday that like they were saying it hasn't streamed together or talked to each other in maybe months or years, or that it fell apart or just had a little beef or something like. And it's hopefully we won't be that. We stay closer together and still farther apart from something like this.
Yeah. It's one of those things where we need to stop with the petty bullshit. And I think I talked about this also a little bit. It's just we all kind of get caught up in and I think Yvette talked about it yesterday too. We all get caught up in YouTube, and then it's like one of those things where drama that shouldn't be as big turns out gets bigger because it's on YouTube, it's public, and people kind of. It's like people just don't really know how to. I put it as more like they just don't know how to handle it, type thing. And then something stupid turned into something fucking major, and then next thing you know, people are taking sides, causing bullshit. It's like, and you're right. It sucks that it took someone like JJ to pass away for basically everybody to be like, you know what? Maybe we fucked up, somewhere down the line. Let's try to patch it up. Like, it's sad. It really is. Yeah. It's just petty bullshit. And, it has to stop.
Exactly.
Because
I mean,
time's fragile.
I know. I mean, you could see that he was loved by. I mean, the different. He was loved by many people, different, different races, different ideas, different politics, different, of all women, different gender, everything. I mean, you could see the variety of people who loved him. He came in there, saddened by this. I mean, and it shows that. I mean, we need to put. And sometimes we get in fights over some stupid, like, and I've seen, some people like they'll be fighting over a damn movie or something. Everybody has opinions, and everybody has. Just like Austin, if you like Venom and Spider-Man 3, hey, I may not like it, but that's your opinion. I should respect your opinion about it, Or
I like it for the meme.
Well, I know exactly, but it's like poor Nindroid was telling me the other day. Somebody. He likes the Rise of Skywalker. Right. I mean, it's not my favorite movie, but he said he went in a stream and they basically ridiculed him, made fun of him, and then basically fan his own and kicked him off the stream just for that, because he said it was one of his top 5 movies. And I said that's bullshit. I mean, that's his opinion. I said, you know what? I would have went there and say, you know what? I like the Ewok movie from the freaking 1984 after Return of the Jedi. That was my time. See what they would have said then. They probably fans on my ass fleet out everywhere. But
I would have said I like the Christmas special.
Or them Ewok movies. You ever seen those Ewok movies? They're pretty rough. But it's funny. I like mentioning those. I haven't seen those movies since I was a freaking kid in the 80s, and then Disney Plus put them back on. I was like, oh shit. I was like, they were trash, but I was like excited to see them because I hadn't seen them in like 30 years, 40. So because I think nobody wanted to put them out, but I would love to. Hey, I wish they put the Christmas special on. I just want to see it. I've seen it bootleg and all that, but I want to see. I'd like to see it just on there, just to say, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, it's a little rough, but give it to Saul. But that's what it is.
Absolutely.
That Lego Christmas special, I like that one. Now they did.
It wasn't bad.
And the Halloween one was really rough. I think.
Oh god, that was. Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Somebody was like making fun of me because I was watching the Lego. I say, but some of those Lego movies are pretty good though. I mean, like the first Lego movie was pretty good. The second one was pretty rough, but yeah. But I was hoping this Halloween one would be just as good as that Christmas. I thought the Christmas was fun. It was funny. It was funny and all that. So it's just the second one didn't land the jokes and stuff. But I was like, well, at least it's content. It gave me something to watch. So I was like,
absolutely.
Had a little bit of. It had a couple things in there. It was pretty cool. They did a few things that we hadn't seen. So. I think Chris is. I think he went to bed.
Yeah. I would be shocked.
Oh. Burn one. Burn one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn one. Burn one for JJ. Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people were lighting up there on the Onzo show, but if I did that, they probably drug test me tomorrow at work, so I probably can't do that. I'm like, no. Somehow I had one of my coworkers see me. I was like, oh, we need to drug test his ass. Especially working for a school, they definitely want to.
Yeah.
I just like, yeah, I just have to take a gummy or something. But yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I made a promise that I wouldn't smoke, but if I had the chance to, in any situation, if JJ was still here and I got the chance to meet him, I would have
Yeah.
had one with him.
I'm all for it. Problems I have. I do have lung issues too, so if I do it, I have to do the gummies or the cookies or stuff like that because any kind of smoking or stuff. Because I had asthma really bad when I was young, and so my lungs are a little effed up a little bit. So even though it doesn't hurt you, but anything any kind of smoke that it hurts my lungs. But yeah. I'd be there with him though. I don't smoke, but I light the candle. Yeah, exactly, man. With the light a candle and all that. But yeah, I was all for it because it does. The thing is, it does help because my uncle he had to do it. He did it too because he had a lot of medical issues. He had with the glaucoma and stuff, and it does help. It does help a lot of medical conditions, which they should legalize it. For a lot of people. I mean, I know people for recreation use, but it is a very helpful medical drug for a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely. And I know a lot of people, joke, about it because, weed is kind of like, the drug that people laugh at and say, oh yeah, look, that guy's high, of course that's like the butt of jokes. And granted, the pot jokes are funny, but no one really, I don't think a lot of people don't really understand until it's too late that, it's actually a good thing for you.
Mm-hmm. It has a lot of medical. Well, I was gonna say you don't have to even smoke. Smoke it. There's a lot of you can. The cannabis is with the oil. The oil is really good for autism. For a lot of people who has ADHD, autism, and stuff. It does help out. Definitely helps out with people with vision issues. There's a lot of and it's sad that they something that is helpful that they have banned from the people who need it. So. And all that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Darius, man, what are you doing, man? Just taking it easy tonight?
Might be.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah. I was gonna see if Chris is gonna come back. I think Chris ain't gonna. I think Chris is, unless he jumped on another stream. Yeah. What was it? What else? I only got a party y'all show. What else did y'all talk about on Onzo's the Chaos tonight? I got part of. I was listening to a little bit of, but then I had to go back to work.
We talked about. Well, first I think we talked about who should be James Bond, and then we talked about would Zachary Levi been better as Star-Lord than Chris Pratt, and then there was the Robert Pattinson going to be a good Bruce Wayne?
I hope so.
I do too.
I hope this movie's good. I don't want to see this movie one and done and they have to reboot it again. I do not want to see that.
I hope not either.
Yeah, if it has to, if it's a one and done and have to reboot it, it's gonna be. I mean, I know you have to eventually change Batmans, but damn, I don't want to see 3 Batmans in 2 years and stuff like that. The only thing about it is if they do try to have a connected universe, how are they going to connect this movie? That's the only I'm thinking. That unless that Flashpoint, if they got him in Flashpoint or something, I don't know.
My only guess is that this is going to be part of a different Earth for now, and then once the Flash movie happens, I have a theory that Robert Pattinson is going to replace Ben Affleck as Batman. which it sucks because I really wish we gotten one Ben Affleck Batman movie because he was really good in BVS. He was the best part about it, and Justice League, even like the Justice, Joss Whedon's version, which I know a lot of people didn't like, which I didn't mind. I thought Ben Affleck was good in that too, even though it was kind of out of character for him. Like he was just kind of being a dick. And I get it. Batman's always a dick,
Yeah.
But he's like the kind of dick where he's like a realist. Like he's not going to sugarcoat anything. He's just going to tell you how it is. Like if the situation is like bad, he's going to tell you, oh yeah, you're probably going to die during this mission. Like he's that type of guy.
Yeah.
But and even in the Snyder version, he was great in that too. And it's like he had the look for it, and it sucks that we kind of were like, really, Ben Affleck as Batman? Because at first I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I know. I was too. When I was like, God, I didn't want him as Batman, but it wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad. I'm hoping. This is another thing. I know that WB, one of HBO Max, whatever. I know they're getting bought out by Discovery Communications. So hopefully we get when they come in there. I heard that the Discovery people is the ones going to be running it. So I hope when they come in and they start looking at their properties and say, okay, we got DC. We're looking over our competition, which is Disney, Marvel, and all that. Okay, Disney runs it where they have Marvel Studios. It's a separate studios away from their other movies. Okay, why don't we have that for DC? DC basically is just run with every other damn movie they make. They make Pee Wee Herman Goes to Town and Batman in the same. They got the same people running the same thing. Which they got to find a Kevin Feige. I don't know who that will be. James Gunn. I don't know who they want to be that person, but I would do is make a DC Studios and have it just away from all the other WB stuff, and boom. I mean, to me, it would make sense. If you had in there mixed up with all the other garbage. I mean, if Marvel got tied in there with the same people was running the Jungle Cruise and this, I could just see it all. It'd be like that where everything is just all over the goddamn place. Where Kevin Feige, every cartoon, every freaking short, if it's a 20-second clip, it's got to tie in somewhere. It's got to make sense. So, he doesn't want no BS anywhere. That's where he canceled all them other old TV shows that didn't make no sense. He wants everything. Which DC, we got a freaking what's it? I'm gonna probably watch it, but we got a what is it? The DC Pets show or something coming out, a movie or something coming out. I mean,
Something
what the hell is
that?
Yeah, but what the hell is that going to tie in with the rest of the DC universe?
Honestly, absolutely nothing.
I mean, I don't see the Marvel Pet show. We have the Captain America turtle and the freaking let's see, the Hulks. Whatever hell, squirrel or whatever. I'm just saying, or Iron Man's dog and all that. I mean, come on, what? I mean, I understand. Okay, some for kids and all, but that's the problem. They start making these damn movies and shows that have no freaking idea, connected to nothing over there, and it's like, just get your basic 3 to 4 characters right first, and then then you make your Batgirls and your Supergirls or whatever off the brand characters you have. Make sure Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman's correct first. Then make sure the Flash is right. Make sure the Green Lantern, and you can do your make sure Shazam and all that. But when you can't even get Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman right, then you don't need to be making them other movies.
Absolutely. Because I think Rock is playing one of the Super Pets.
Oh, is he?
In the movie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think he's also, and I think they're getting John Krasinski to play Superman in that movie.
Oh, okay.
Which, I'm not going to lie, he has the build for Superman, and I think he has the look for him too.
Mm-hmm.
I know they want to get him for a Fantastic Four movie, but I could see him as Superman. Mm-hmm. Maybe I just have a bias towards the guy because I really like, because he's in The Office, and I think The Office is one of the greatest shows ever made. But I really like John Krasinski a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Really good actor too.
Yeah, I hope. So that's the thing. Everybody starts speech. Oh, you're a DC boy, or you're a Marvel fanboy. I want to see them both succeed. I hear people like, oh, you just like Marvel movie. Oh, you just like, but I want them both to succeed. I want to go see a DC movie, and I want to see a Marvel movie. I don't want to see a crappy movie and say, I told you Marvel's better. That's what a lot of people. I said, I just want to see a good movie. I want to go to, I want to go to see. I want to see a good movie. I don't care. I don't want to see Birds of Prey type material. I want to see quality movies. But that's what I say. Hopefully they'll figure out how to get that in the future. I know hopefully with New Blood they'll say, okay, we got a great IP. Well, it's a universe IP. I mean, we should do better than what we're doing. Try to get something in there. Get the people who's running their cartoons to run it. Put them in charge. Put them in charge of the live action, because they just sure can make the cartoons make sense, but they can't make the live action make sense. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. School doing pretty good, Austin?
Yeah, it's doing pretty good. I'm actually finishing up a project right now.
Oh, okay.
Which
I don't want to keep you up too late because you have school tomorrow, man. I don't want to keep you up too late, man.
No, it's all right.
Yeah. I got to jump on Jedi's. I was going to do 30 minutes, so I got to go jump on Jedi's show here in a little bit. Whenever I get done. But yeah, we got 2 more weeks, and you'll have it'll be a Christmas break then.
Oh yeah, that's thank God.
This year's like flown by. Once it hits Halloween, it just like flies by. It's hard to believe it's already Thanksgiving's already a week ago. Been already a week already. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy.
Yeah. So you and Ninja are going to bring back the Star Galactic Check when the Boba Fett comes out.
Yeah, when Boba Fett comes out, we're from last time I checked, we're gonna bring it back. At least that's what I was told. I don't know what he wants to do, but hopefully we can bring it back for Boba Fett, and also because I know because Ninjoid's going on break for a little bit, which that's which is great. I mean, we all need a break every once in a while, and I'm kind of on a break myself for a bit, but I'll be back some point. After finals and stuff, and get more stuff out there. Because I want to get some more wrestling stuff on the channel, because I miss talking about it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's like my partner when I did my show, he's been out for he's had a lot of medical issues, and I was talking to him today. I'm hoping to get him back. Get him back streaming in maybe December. He has had a big operation, so he's trying to recoup from that and things. So I was hopefully get him back on there. He used to go a lot of me and him used to go to a lot of indie shows, and we used to go to NXT all the time. It was in Fort Pierce when NXT used to travel, but the old NXT, not the new NXT, the original. And we talk about that, and we had a lot of friends. Had a couple wrestlers come on there and all that. So I say, man, we got to get back on there and start doing that again and all that. I've sort of haven't watched much wrestling. WWE has just sort of got me. I don't even want to watch it anymore. I was watching a little AEW here and there, but it's just like I sort of took a break from it. Like I was like telling somebody, I said it's like I really like the old day 80s, and then it was like a hiatus, so I didn't watch it for a while. And then the Attitude Era come back, and I was really into wrestling. I was boom. With the Attitude, it was the NWO, and them were a freaking. Anybody talk about today we got YouTube and all that crap, but I mean when them days come in, we didn't have them damn VHS tapes, and there was no YouTube out. And man, he was like, you flip flopping the channels. We didn't have the nice TVs that had 2 channels on it. He was like, man, he was like flip flop back and trying to record and so trying to get your recorder to record one for you won't miss the other one and all these. And And it didn't, you didn't have the the playback stuff and all that. So it's like, man, you had the VHS tapes. They were like golden, man. It's like, oh my god, I got Austin when he runs the beer truck into the ring and the milk truck and the cement truck and all that. So
Uh,
I'm
so I don't know if I told you this, but I'm going back to like the old Monday Night Wars actually.
yes.
And I'm like, because in 1 week, you had, because I'm on this certain week where you had the Royal Rumble '96, and then you had Raw, Nitro, and then you had Clash of Champions all in the same week. And I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. I wish I was born during this time period because this is awesome.
Dude, I was just graduating when all this stuff was going on. It was dude, it was like, man, you and even the trash, the little small shows, they had the SmackDown, and they had what was the Thunder, I think, WCW Thunder, yeah, that one was, it was but then they had the Saturday night, even the Saturday night one they had in the MGM Studios and Universal, they had that little small one in the soundstage. Man, you watch that, man, it was like, it was like it's like a little small box, but he was an NWO show up or something. So even it was exciting, man. You look forward to the. You look forward to those shows, and and those shows is you weren't you was there to watch the NWO, or you watched Austin or DX and all that, and they show they wasn't a one time and done in the show. Like now you go, there's 3 hour show, and okay, especially if you want to see Cena, or if Cena comes back or something, like he might like say something for 2 seconds, and you don't see him to the end of the show. But in there, you had Hogan, you had Hall Nash running in. It could be any match. You didn't know any match was going to get interfered in and all that, and or something like that. So it was just more exciting. Now I was telling somebody, I haven't watched it all, but like last year, I recorded when I was at work, and I come back home, and I was like doing my click. I was going from zoom. I mean, a 3 hour show, I'd be done watching in 10 minutes because it's like, oh, this is crap. Watch a little of the match. Crap. I mean, I like sometimes the wrestler, but then you like when they get out there and talk, and there's nobody can. It's just not exciting anymore. You don't have your Macho Mans. You don't have your Austins. You don't have your DXs, or nobody can speak. I mean, Roman does pretty good, but most of the guys, they don't sound believable when they get out there and start trying to do a little skit or thing. So,
and the problem is there's no real megastars anymore. Like, because the Hogans, the Austins, the Shawns, the Bretts, the Triple H's, the Cenas, that's basically like you don't really have them anymore. Mm-mm. Like, I mean, Roman's not really a megastar, which I feel like he should be. He's damn good. Edge should be a megastar, even though he's not. Even Orton, Omega, you could make an argument for him. Punk, Danielson, like all those guys should be, but it's just like there's something that's not clicking, with either of them, and it sucks because I think if we're talking maybe a few years ago, and if you brought we're talking all those guys, absolutely. Oh yeah. But it's like now it's like wrestling has just gotten to the point where it's like, man, it's like the low point. Oh yeah. And even with the AEW there, and granted, I always say this, I don't hate anybody who likes WWE or exclusively, or they hate it, because I'm one of those people that I like watching both because they both have something that's good and they both have something that's bad. Like WWE can put on a really good match if you get the right two people involved, and so is AEW. I think AEW is great at storytelling, whereas I think WWE is great at getting like the cheap pop. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, Adam Page. Like, Adam Page, had a really good story, chasing the AEW championship. Biggie, I feel like Biggie should have had that because I think Biggie's a guy that should be one of the big main eventers, and then they fucked it up because they immediately were like, nope, we need to pop a rating. So, Bobby, you're dropping the belt to Biggie on Raw. And it's like, they could have built up something very huge with that. And then look at Biggie now. He's doing nothing except
Well, and a lot of those guys, they got. And one thing, they've released so many people that they didn't need to release, and I watched a lot of those guys. It seems like once you leave NXT, it's your death knell. I mean, they've ruined a lot of great wrestlers, and characters that I was just like, what the hell did they do? Broke up stables they shouldn't have broke up, and it was like, and then like that's like that one group. It just I was noticed that they left NXT and they were there on Raw for 1 week, and they fired the one girl. I only seen the one guy, but I knew they because I hadn't watched him. Swerve, I know Swerve. I seen him when he was started out in NXT, but that group he had, well, they fired the one girl in his group, and then they brought them in there. They wrestled 1 week, and then they fired the rest of them. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
Ricochet, they have did nothing with him. I mean, he
might as well be released at this point.
Yeah.
Like I forgot he even was on the roster. I forgot he was even there.
Oh, Ricochet, yeah. He was excellent when he was in NXT. He was excellent. I mean, I met him. I met him in the second week he got in NXT. He was over in Sebring, and he was doing autographs. Little small venue. Hey, Zill King, what's going on, brother? And he was I got to meet him. He was a real nice guy. Now, some people said he's an ass, but I thought he was a real cool guy. And he was just hanging out there after. He was just out there watching the matches out there in the crowd. And I was up there, just talking with him and all that. And now they bought me. I didn't want an autograph. I was just saying, like if when we were doing the thing, take a picture. Hey, when we were doing the autograph things at the beginning, but I was like, yeah. He was like, just got here, and I'm here down in Florida because he did that lucha. What's that? Was the lucha underground? Yeah, and all that. But and I mean, he was doing real good in NXT. Boom, they just throw him up, and I goes to a lot of them. Look, what's his name? Oh God, I can't think of his name. I don't even know if he's still in there because I'm trying to. I would watch it when his clips pop on. If something big happens. So I haven't really watched the show. And what is his name? I'm trying to. I'm not Now Keith, they got rid of Keith Lee. He was. Yeah, I enjoyed watching him.
That was like a why. He was like he's one of those guys. How that's a guy that Vince would be like, holy shit, this guy has the what I want in a wrestler. Like
he's trying to think of his. I kind of lost think of his name. He's an African American wrestler. He was in NXT. He won a belt. I don't even know if he's still.
Was it Leon Ruff?
Who is it? No, not Rudd. Not Leon Rush. He's bigger. He's a bigger guy. He can do all kind of flips and stuff. God, what is his name? Oh crap! Because
ACH. I'm trying to remember who it was.
What is his name? Because he was really good in NXT, and then they moved him up, and then they just pretty much buried him. Oh God, what is his name? I have to go find my old NXT books and try to find it. Lashley and them tried to get him in their stable a couple times. Get him in a couple times. He had a green suit. Damn, I cannot think of his name. I'll think of it. Like I said, I hadn't seen nothing on him in like a long time.
It's like it's kind of disappointing because some of these guys should be bigger than what they are. Like Ricochet. Ricochet had a decent start. Like he was the U.S. champion for a time, and it's like, okay, hey, at least Ricochet is getting built up, and and then after the Brock Lesnar thing, I'm just like, he literally just went down the card and got buried quickly. Let me see. And then Bobby Roode. He's a guy that should have been a world champion.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yes, I ain't hear nothing about him anymore.
He's now in a throwaway tag team with Dolph Ziggler. That's how you know how his career's going. Nakamura, for a time, Nakamura didn't do anything. Even now he's not.
Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews. It sucks because Cruz is a guy that should have done more than what he's did. He won 2 titles in total, which is more than a lot of people. But even then, he's basically done nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I mean, he was about to win the NXT title, and then they pulled him. Vince yanked him up there, and then they just pretty much like EC3. They made him a freaking jobber. They bring him up and made him a jobber, and made fun of his ass, and then they just let him go. Hey, I mean, I was like, what the hell?
And the sad thing is about EC3, it's just there was not a good time for him, because even in NXT he didn't do anything. No, and it was like wrong place. It was like the right place at the wrong time, because you had to think you had Gargano Ciampa going on, you had Ricochet coming in, you had the Undisputed Era. Like that roster was packed. Like EC3 was just lost in the shuffle very quickly.
I'm surprised they ain't got rid of Gargano and them. I'm surprised they ain't let them go, because they're trying pretty much. What I've noticed, anybody in the old NXT, they're pretty much letting go. That's who they get.
I'm pretty sure Gargano's next.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked.
Well, what did they just released? What's his name? Morrison the other day. I'm like, what the hell? I had him with the Miz and all that, and then it just boop. This is the second time he was. I watched an interview on him on YouTube, and he was pretty pissed about it. I mean, him and his wife, man, they were like pretty much F WWE. They don't give a damn about their employees and all this. I was like, yeah, I mean, I know a lot of indie wrestlers, and they were like excited. Oh, I can't wait to go to NXT. I could move up to the that main roster. And now, dude, nobody wants to go to NXT. Nobody wants to go to WWE. I knew in the indies, Lince Dorado. I mean, he was one of the luchador wrestlers. I knew him from he always wrestled over here in Florida, and I watched the interview, and he wanted to be released because they did not use him. They were pretty much just jobbering him and nothing. He had no growth or nothing in there. So it was like, it's sad, because I mean, they're just like, and they're messing up their storylines too. Cause like the Strowman, I wasn't a big Strowman fan, but he was just in WrestleMania. Then they released him like 2 weeks later. I mean, it just does not make no sense. He was the main card, one of the main cards of WrestleMania. And then you did, okay, we're just going to release you now. It just doesn't. Then the Bray Wyatt thing didn't make no sense either, but.
It's like I said before, it's kind of like a good thing and a bad thing that they did release them, because on the one hand, a lot of them really weren't doing anything to begin with, and yes, WWE, but it's a bad thing because WWE could have used them to help like elevate their roster, but it's like, but they didn't, because I understand that, money is important, and I get that. I understand that ratings, whatever, and I get it. Because, like, to be fair, like a Randy Orton or a Roman Reigns is going to pop a rating, like Edge is going to pop a rating, Rollins is going to pop a rating. I get that. But but you're not but they're not giving chance to other people that should, because again, I'm not saying all of them are going to be successful. I'm not that it's a given. They're not all going to be successful, like. A Ricochet, realistically, a world champion maybe once or twice, but even then, I would maybe say higher mid card. Not saying it to hate on the guy, because I really like Ricochet. It's just realistically compared to a guy like Keith Lee or an Edge, like he's not like a main eventer. He's kind of like he's kind of like a Rey Mysterio or a Daniel Bryan type of guy. Like he's a good wrestler that could help give a good match to somebody, and he could help elevate your champion or whatever, and he could put on a great match, and like you can have Ricochet get a title here and there to kind of say, hey, look, you're still important, but at the same time, you look at a guy like I'll use Keith Lee again. Like Keith Lee is a world champion. Like he had it. And even a guy like Lashley, like I'm not saying you have to have a charisma. You don't necessarily have to have that. If you have like that aura about you and you look like you want to be there and you have the skill, like a guy like Almost. He has the look. He has that aura about him. Like he can hurt you. Like I could buy him as a world champion. Like a guy, and even like an AJ Styles, I could buy him as a world champion because he has those credentials. Like, if you have the credentials to back you up, I think you should make it far. And I understand that the indies to WWE doesn't really matter. I get it, because they're the minor leagues, quote unquote. But they should still matter. Like, if you held, like, world titles in their promotions, it should be like, maybe this guy has something that we don't. That's some of these guys don't. Like, Ciampa, like Ciampa's a guy that could be a main eventer because we know he can do it. But it's like even then, I don't buy that Ciampa would have lasted long because remember when Gargano, Ciampa, Ricochet, and Black came to the main roster all at the same time, and it's like Gargano and Ciampa wouldn't have lasted long on the main roster. I do not think they would have lasted long at all. Like I think they because I heard they were originally going to be the tag team going into WrestleMania, challenging for the tag belts, and I'm like, first of all, that's stupid because they're feuding with each other. Secondly, I'm like, it's just like it's kind of baffling, and I know that the Ciampa neck thing really screwed everything up because I don't know what they were going to do originally because I'm still guessing that the 2 out of 3 falls match with Ciampa and Gargano was always going to happen, but I would think you just turned Gargano heel, you had Ciampa being the top guy, do a 2-man power trip type thing. They could be, having both the tag belts and, they're all the titles. And then you could have, Gargano and Ciampa come to Raw and SmackDown. They can tear it up. And, you can have them go their separate ways again. You could have Gargano, Ciampa, and me. Like, that's a WrestleMania main event right there. But it's like, but WWE wouldn't be smart enough. Like, Gargano would be where Ricochet is right now. And I'm pretty sure Ciampa would be released. And it's depressing.
But you need big mans to run the WWE because you remember, sound like during the old days, it was big mans run the heavyweight division. Sound like the Undertaker, Kane, everything like that, running heavyweight titles. If you want to bring the cruiserweights, then you bring the cruiserweights to run the division. Sound like TNA doing. Sound like they got the X division and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they can do something similar to that, but the thing is, Vince not running no more. It's Triple H that doing releases and stuff like that. It's not Vince no more. And
I'll tell you
one. Make a big mistake that it's Vince, but it's not Vince. It's Triple H.
I'll tell you right now, it's be scary to depend if you're an indie wrestler and you're dependent on that for your future. Right now with the business, it's like we look at Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor just pretty much shut themselves down a couple weeks ago, and they may not return. And pretty much what I'm hearing, they're going to just be selling their categories off to whoever wants to buy it because they pretty much that's where you got what's his name, Jay Lethal and all that. He went to AEW. I mean, AEW is big. But eventually, you can't hire everybody. That's the problem. AEW can't hire everybody that gets released from. Like I said, you just got a whole company got released, and you got New Japan, and you got Impact. But I mean, Impact's still pretty small, and they've been almost on the brink of bankruptcy for years anyway. So and WWE ain't gonna take you in. So right now, it's like if you're an indie wrestler, you're so limited on where you're gonna go if you're gonna go anywhere. So.
If you're a big man, WWE just might take you. If you're a big man to take on Roman, you know what I mean, like on SmackDown. But if you're a big man, so you still have a chance though.
If you're a big man, well, they don't want indie wrestlers though. They want like a big. If you're like a weightlifter or a football player or something, you have a better chance of right now going WWE. That's what they're looking for. They want somebody that's not a wrestler, where they can pretty much it sounds like they can mold them in their own way, and that's their new look for NXT and stuff. So I mean, you gotta, I know they just signed that Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, Gable. I think Gable.
Yeah. See, that's what's his name? He just won a little medal like last year or something.
I think it was Gable.
No, Gable's already this another guy. He looks just like
I thought it was his name, man. That wasn't his name.
Is that his name? He looks just like I'm trying to look for he looks like another wrestler.
Jordan. He's like Jordan.
Yeah, he's big. He's pretty big. He's stout. He looks sort of like Big E, but more built. He's like more built. But like I said, they're gonna have to train. He's a real wrestler. So they're gonna have to train him on, probably it'll be 4 or 5 months or so. But like if you have like somebody like that in the indies wrestling, they don't want that because they say pretty much they're doing like way some of these retailers do. It's like, we don't want you because you work for this other company, so we don't want you to bring your bad habits to. So that's pretty much what the WWE has sort of did, and they've released so many wrestlers. They have released so many good young talent and good wrestlers. It's just like, it's just, what are y'all doing? Some of these guys they've released, and then fan favorite. And I know a lot in groups, and here's sometimes some of the some of the guys that's not as big names, like your Romans and stuff, and they put them together in a faction like Sanity. If y'all remember Sandy on NXT.
Oh, I remember them.
Yeah.
They when they came in, I mean, that was like watching. It wasn't a DX moment, but dude, you had the with the music and all that. Eric Young and all them, and that was an excellent pairing as a group, and fan favorites. They first came in as the heels, but then fans like ate them up, and then you got your what's his name, what's his name, Anzo Kaz with the soft guys. I mean, I saw them when they first started out, and they were both two guys that they weren't jobbers, but they just average wrestlers, and they put them together, and dude, that little movement took off. Yeah. And then they moved him up to the top league, and that just fell apart.
They had signed one of the Rock cousins that's big too. They say one of the Rock cousins that they got signed, they said it's like a big. They say.
Well, the Rock's daughter she was at NXT, but I haven't heard nothing from. I don't even know if she's still there, but yeah, his daughter was training in NXT before.
I think she's training, but then that she not there. That she just training to go to NXT. I think they say.
Okay.
Because she's young, because she's 18 and so young, her body might not be used to the bumps and bruises and stuff like that, and take a while to get into it.
Yeah. Also, what?
I'm gonna drop out.
All right, brother. I appreciate you coming in, Austin.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Tell everybody your channel before you leave. Tell everybody where to find you and all that good stuff.
I'm the Austinator. I got over 190 subs. I'm trying to get to 200. If you haven't subbed yet, just go and sub. I do a bunch of stuff over there. I'm taking a bit of a hiatus for right now. I'll be back, in the next couple weeks. So yeah, just go and sub, and in memory of JJ, I'm gonna say it. Follow my Twitter. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet. It's a lottery. Go check it out. Jason, thank you for having me on, man.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you coming in, man.
Yeah, no problem. It's fun. We should do it again sometime.
Definitely. Like I said, I'm gonna probably do with my job. It'd be after 10:30, 11 o'clock when I can stream. Now on the weekends I'm free, but then I know Anzo asked me, the other day about going. I said I can't do it because I'm where my job is. I know Gascar has one tomorrow. I did like 2 weeks ago, but I had to take my lunch break, and it was kind of odd doing. It's hard to do it on your phone and all that. So
yeah.
But I appreciate Austin, man, for coming in.
Yeah, no problem.
Definitely, everybody subscribe to Austin's great content over there, and you can check him out on his channel, and he's on Chaos Central, LDG's channel. He's on all the channels too. So guys, check all that great content out.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, brother. Guys. Have a good night, man. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys. Later.
So what's going on, brother?
Not much. That I just you ready to I just hop in since you were streaming. Since you hopped into my stream last week, I just like to dive into stream sometimes.
Yeah, bro. Anytime. That's why I tell everybody. I want to come on in. I leave the link out there. I was just doing a quick. This was supposed to be a 30-minute show, and it's almost 2 hours. I was going to do a quick little thing, because I was trying to do these little quick shows, like when I get home, maybe do like a quick 30 minutes, like do it one. This show was supposed to be like a one topic. I get like two people, and we talk. Tonight was going to talk about Spider-Man. And we just kept talking. You know how it works, So, but it was. We was talking. The thing was talking about like Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6. We got Spider-Man 3 coming out. And they just sort of they haven't officially announced it, but some of the heads of Sony and all that sort of saying, "Oh, we already got a new trilogy coming out." It's with and Tom Holland. He's saying he doesn't want to do it till he's 30, and so we started talking. Where do we think it's going to go? How's what do we expect after? Oh yeah, he'll definitely with the money and all that.
Yeah, because he will, because they might Robbie Downey Jr. had learned outside of MCU, nobody knows you.
Oh well, yeah, that's Roddy Downey Jr. I saw, but he got greedy about wanting $50 million for Iron Man and all that. But what is he doing right now? I think he's doing another Sherlock Holmes movie. Yeah, they were pretty good. That was pretty good movies. But besides that, what has he done? In a while. I mean, it's been a while. I mean, Dr. Doolittle was the last thing I seen he was, and that wasn't that great. that didn't make very much money. So he's.
And plus, the best Dr. Dolittle came from Eddie Murphy trilogy.
Oh, Eddie Murphy, yeah, or the originals back in the Eddie Murphy. Yeah. Well, that one sort of didn't even tie into those or nothing. It was sort of, but like I said, he didn't make his money back. And they're definitely you got some of these movie studios is like, well, we're not going to pay $50 to $40 million for after bomb and stuff like that. That's the only thing about those kind of movies. I mean, I know he's they can get him for him in Marvel movies, but he's going to probably lower his price, like some of these regular movies, or he's just not going to get any roles.
Sound like for Marvel, he probably could up the price because we know that Shang-Chi didn't make as much money as supposed to. It didn't. And plus the other movies, Black Widow didn't make as much money as they're supposed to. Like for Marvel, to be able to tell the big older actors to lower down the price, they can't. Because like the Disney Plus shows ratings going down, and plus you need somebody that everybody like to come back into the MCU, and he the only one.
He'll be back. He'll back. They'll figure out how to bring him back. I mean, with his multiverse and I mean, they'll figure a way to bring him back. I mean, he'll come back somehow. I mean, I don't know if it will be in Spider-Man or a future Marvel film. But they'll figure out. I mean, he's just the Iron Man character is too popular. I mean, he's dead and gone. I know they're going to have, they have the memories of him. They show, talk about him in some of them. I know with the Armor Wars coming out, so I don't know. Maybe they'll,
they might need him for that.
And you got Ironheart too. So. And that's coming out.
People don't like Ironheart because her first run she was a psycho. She was a psycho who didn't care about friends and nothing. She just was a bad friend, a bad person all around. Just for her first run, because I read it right. I said, wait a minute, what type of hero this is? Because you read the comic right that you would think that she was a villain and not a hero. Just until the comic book title saw a hero, I said, "There's not a hero origin. This is like a some kind of Lex Luthor type of origin, seeing like the first one he had."
Well, they're branching out everywhere, different type of films now. I mean, you got they're trying to do younger stars. Like you notice the Hawkeye show. If you've seen the Hawkeye show, we pretty much is the Kate Bishop show. Hawkeye, I'm sure after this television, he's going to retire. You won't see Hawkeye, the original Hawkeye. She'll be the new Hawkeye. She'll be the young Hawkeye. So that's
he
think so. I mean, but it's sort of. I was like looking. I was talking to somebody, and they was saying it similar. It seemed like they're trying to this is just to give him his farewell, and he's going to go on.
That won't make no sense though.
I mean, you sort of look at they're going into a different direction. I'm looking like the next Avengers, it's going to be a brand new cast. I mean, you're going to have. I mean, you got Black Widow dead, unless they bring her back. I mean, they could do her sister could play a Black Widow. I mean, if they want to do that, but it's not the original. Hulk could probably stay a little bit longer. Captain America, the original Captain America, he's gone. So we got the Falcon in there. The Falcon's Captain America. So we got a different Captain America. But we lost but with that we lost the Falcon. So we lost. So we we kept the
Yeah.
character, but we lost the character. So we actually, well, he's the Falcon Captain America, but I'm saying we lost another character, even though we kept the same characters there, but we actually lost the character because we don't have the Falcon now. So we have a Captain America, but we don't have the Falcon. So I mean, that's like that's almost like losing another character.
Addition by subtraction, seem like.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. I want to see the Falcon. His they're going to make a Captain America 4 with him as the. Yeah, I want to see that, but I'm just saying, the Falcon was he was that sidekick character. We had in a lot of movies. He was in he was in what it was in the Ant-Man 2. I think it was Ant-Man 2 or Ant-Man 1. What? So I'm just saying we're losing it. We lost. Yeah, Ant-Man 1. But we lost the character like that. Well, I guess we still have Rhodey's War Machine. He'll still be for probably a little longer.
Yeah.
And we still got Bucky, the Winter Soldier. So we'll have him. Wanda, I don't see. I want to see Vision. I don't know. I don't know how. I guess we'll still have Vision, but it's going to be a different Vision. So I mean, as I'm saying, it's the casting. It's going to be so much, and then the Black Panther. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a recast. I hope we get a recast Black Panther. I mean, I know we could get Shuri to be the Black Panther, but right now they got it. They got the Black Panther shut down because of she's hurt. She's hurt, and and they say in March they're not going to start reshooting until March. So you got to figure that. So that's and they stopped in like October. I think October they stopped.
That's enough
shooting.
time to recast right there, because that's what.
Well, yeah.
That's enough. Enough time to find another after the recast.
Well, yeah. I don't see. It's depending on what the script is. Is she the Black Panther? See, I mean, now it was delayed from July, June to we're talking like November next year, the earliest. I don't think it'll be out next year. I think it'll be 2023. I think they're going to push.
Yeah.
What I think they're going to do is when they pushed all these movies. See, they even pushed Doctor Strange further, like a month. It was like a May or something, and they pushed it a month back. I think I just heard that the new Captain Marvel, movie just finished up shooting. And the Ant-Man and the new Ant-Man movie that finished up shooting too the other day. So those are 2023 films, and they pushed Kamala Khan's Miss Marvel to next fall, and she's going to be tied. And she's tied, and she's tied in with the Marvels movie. So I think they're going to push the Marvels movie into the Black Panther spot, and they're going to move Black Panther to 2023. Yeah, I think it's going to happen because there's just no way to if they keep her and they don't recast, there's no way they're going to get that film done. If they don't start filming to March, you already got October, December, January, February. You got 5 months that they could have been shooting. So if they start in March, I don't know how much is done with the film. So if there's 4 months of shooting, you got March, you got April, May, June, July, maybe June or July to get finished. Then you got it takes the post credit, post production, all that. That's another good 5-6 months. So you're looking at July, August if they when they've done finished shooting. And there's no way you're going to have a movie out in October, November. There's no way. That's too much. There's no way you'd have the worst editing movie of the world. Everybody's going to bash the movie because the editing, the CGI is going to be hell because there's no way you can do it in 2 months. So I would say, okay, push it to 23. If you're going to, if you're going to make the movie good, I want to see a good movie. I would like to see it earlier, but I don't want to see a movie that's so edited bad and the CGI looks bad on it. Because I'm hoping, I'm hoping because I'm looking for this because you got Namor and possibly Doctor Doom in this film. So I don't want to see a trashed up Doctor Doom, a trashed up Namor, because especially if the rumors are true that you're going to have them fighting the Atlanteans and all, that's going to take a lot. If it's going to be similar to Aquaman, you're going to have a lot of CGI and a lot of do it correctly. Do what you got to do. If you have to push it 2023, do it 23. Because I don't want to see a trashed up film. I mean, I want to see it earlier, but I don't want to see a trashed up rushed film. That's the problem.
Yeah. put the thing about me, about my screen tomorrow, like I will be reviewing the He-Man Universe 2 Part 2.
Okay, I just watched that
Um,
the other day. I watched that the other day. I watched that the other day.
yeah, I gotta review that, and then my next one I gotta be doing it just the Matrix trailer breakdown.
Oh,
Just
okay. The new one is it a new Matrix? They got a new trailer out yet?
on the teasers.
Oh, the
and plus
teasers.
Matrix trailer.
I am surprised we haven't got another trailer from that because that's coming out in like
Wait a minute,
the week after.
There was a trailer. It was a trailer that came out for that.
No. I'm surprised we haven't got a second one. We got the first one, the teaser when it came out like months ago,
Oh,
but we
no,
haven't got.
I didn't no breakdown on that one yet.
Oh, the one that came out like a couple months ago.
Yeah,
But I'm surprised. Even that one, I'm surprised we haven't got another one because that movie's coming out and Spider-Man comes out in 2 weeks and 3 weeks, and then it comes out the week after, I believe. So
right.
I mean, we already got 2 Spider-Man trailers. We only got 1 Matrix teaser trailer. I'm surprised. I'm afraid I'm afraid that movie's gonna get hurt back because it is on HBO Max, and I hate to say it, I probably that's where I'm gonna watch it at. I'm gonna watch it on HBO Max.
I just might look at both in theaters, knowing me, because shoot, since my movie theater is cheap and stuff like that.
Yeah, if I had, like I was telling you before, if I had that theater right in town, but I have to go 60 miles, and then I'm like, when I had that theater in town, it was 5 miles away from me. I only had to pay $4. Yeah, I would have probably watched the Eternals. I also was saying the other day, I was like, man, I wish the theater was open. I drove by it, and I was like, because I wouldn't watch Ghostbusters. I want to see Ghostbusters, but I'm like, I don't want to drive 60 miles and pay $15 for it, and I was like, so I was like,
yeah. And plus, like in my opinion, stuff like that sound like people teach the Power Rangers series and stuff like that, and comic books and stuff like that. In my opinion, but that's what some of the Power Rangers comic books is better than Marvel's. And plus, like the DC people is just don't teach Power Rangers comic books. It's always the Marvel and Disney people always saying on the Power Rangers comic book just trying to market MCU. I say no. Because you look at on the Power Rangers comic books and stuff like that, it's actually more serious than the MCU Infinity War. Because you look at it, people actually die inside them comic books and stuff like that. The villains actually die inside of them and stuff like that. And plus, actually, is something at stake. The MCU, a villain is living. Sound like Loki. Yeah. Loki should have been dead at least about 2 or 3 movies ago. He came back to life.
It was dead in Infinity War. So, yeah.
But he came back in Endgame though.
Yeah, Endgame, yeah. I guess.
And this to the Power Rangers series, stuff like that, everything I got me breaking down about the series. I got me doing tomorrow. It got me coming to Netflix, and plus I just gonna give my just my thoughts and how would I would do it. How will I do the movies and series on Netflix just tomorrow on my screen?
Okay. What time you streaming tomorrow?
In 10:45.
Okay. That's about time I'd be getting home from work. Yeah, I work till almost sometimes 11 o'clock. So that's so as soon as I get home, I'll try to pop on there with you.
And plus, if anybody asking, I got Discord. Yes, I do got Discord, and plus my link is inside my last live stream and stuff like that. It's a link to my Discord and stuff like that. If anybody asking, because anybody, if you can't reach me on Twitter, you pretty much can reach me just on Discord and stuff like that. Because like for me, Discord is kind of new.
I've never did one. I never got one yet. I tried Twitch, but I sort of don't like. I got it streaming for Twitch, but there's too many different platforms, man. I know I was talking to LDG one time, and he's like, yeah, I got Odyssey, I got this, I was like, damn it,
Odyssey.
Man. Yeah, that's enough. That's something like YouTube, but and Rumble and this. I'm like, God, there's just too many. I'm like, I think there's too many things. I don't even like Twitter most of the times. I had to do Twitter because a lot of people do that, for I can, find links and different things. I've never used Twitter. I use a little bit now just to, communicate with people, like with links. But I never, when you said Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I know people list. You can contact me on these lists. It's like, God, I hate that. I mean, it takes you an hour just to go off of your things to check your, your invoices and stuff. I was like, I was just like, find me YouTube. I'm on Facebook, but I usually check Facebook, Instagram. I hardly use, if ever. I just link them together, and YouTube. But like all the other stuff is like I Discord, Twitch, and all that. I was like, God, I can't. I was like, it's too much stuff.
Sound like Discord is easy to use if you know some like Discord easy to use as long as you know the people that's inside the Discord server. Because like the people Discord server who you join most of the time. If somebody being disorderly or something like that, you get to tell the you get the message the head person that's over it, and just tell the person that they're bullying you or something like that, and they get to ban them. It's something like YouTube. You still can ban the person.
Yeah. I just haven't. I ain't had time. It's like Twitch. I signed up for it and did a profile, but I know that's mostly for gamers and stuff. I don't get any games. Yeah, I know a lot of people do it for gaming and stuff. I know Basco and all them do it for gaming. I don't do gaming, so I don't really get. I've looked at it once. I was like, I'll just put a profile. Yeah, I just try to. I put it there just to see if I can get more people drawn to the channel and stuff. That's what I just did. I got 1 or 2 people come from Twitch. I was like, wow. I was like, how the hell did you find me? Through Twitch, because I had one little channel. I was like, oh, okay. I was like,
cool. So like the last stream, somebody found me from Twitch. I say, how the hell y'all found me on Twitch?
Well, that's what I did because I don't have nothing on there. Just I was trying to. My streams go for it, but they don't show they stay in there. I haven't figured out how to. But it's just got my profile name and then my link to my YouTube. So I was like, well, if I get 1 or 2 people to come over from Twitch, cool. Maybe find me or something. I said, and actually I had like 2 or 3 subscribers. I was like, wow. I said, I go back to my old MySpace and put, please join here. Somebody's still working MySpace. I was like, I get 1 person from MySpace. I started aggravating LDG. I said, because LDG he used to have his logo and it was like flipping every time. It's just fine. Geeks Enjoy. Instagram, and it goes Geeks Enjoy, Facebook, and Geeks Enjoy Odyssey, Geeks Enjoy Rumble, Geeks Enjoy YouTube. He had his thing, like flipping. It's like 20 or 3 different. I says, well, what about MySpace, man? What if I can't find Geeks Enjoy from MySpace, man? I was like,
yeah. Oh, and that's the problem sometimes. Because like some people's Twitter name is different than the channel name. I said, how you expect me to find you?
I know. The Twitter's different, and the Instagram and different. It's like, oh my God, it's the same person or different person.
Yeah. And plus during the month of December or something like that, like I might be doing like a $10 Cash App giveaway on my channel. If people ask me something like that, because if I'm off on Christmas, I might do it then.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 2 weeks. I'm gonna get my job. I'll be. I work for a school. I work for a school here in town, so I'll get 2 weeks vacation. So where the kids get off, I'll be off also. So I can do some different streaming. I actually can do some normal streaming, or actually go on people's streams that stream between 7 and 10 because I'm usually at work. I usually work during the hour, so it's like hard to. Like Darius in there, I know Darius usually streams. I feel good about Darius. Darius starts at 8:00 and he finishes up at 3 a.m. so I can be able to at least pop in halfway through there. So when he starts his.
Yeah, and that's the problem. It sounds like some people stream so early you can't get there and you be at work.
I know. I was like, I know. I was watching Anzo's stream today, and I had to take my lunch break I took his lunch break during stream, and and I only got part of it, because they do their shows like sometimes 1.5 hours, 2 hours, so that's got part of it. I was like the other day, yesterday,
they were doing the memorials for streams for JJ, and I was at work. They had 2 or 3 streams going on, and so I had to just like pop in there real quick because I've had 15 minutes, so, because I wanted to get on there, say condolences and stuff, and I had a stream last night, so but. I was just going to do a quick stream, and then just a lot of people come, everybody's just coming on for different shows and different things. And I think we streamed like 3 o'clock in the morning. Anzo came on, and we did Trendy Mindy Roberto from OC. He did an interview with JJ like in September. That was the last he did that F the Ego show he used to do. He hasn't did them in a while, and he did a stream with JJ in September, and it was pretty much a interview. JJ told about his life, how he started YouTube. It's a treasure. That's what I told Roberto today. Anzo put it on there, and I played it on the stream. We watched the whole hour. It was like an hour and 15-minute stream, and I was like, I told him, I said, dude, you have a treasure there. You have like a one-on-one interview with him. Because he's we won't never see him again, and he pretty much told his life. So it was like his biography. He told his life story and his YouTube, how he started, what he did, and it's it's pretty much I say it was his it's like his personal biography on that show. It was a great show. I was tearing up some of the stuff because I remember some of the shows, and it's sad when you lose somebody you just. You hear, we talk to, like me and you, we talk to each other, and it's like, and that person you don't see no more, and it's you can't bring them back. That's why I said last time it was sad that
I was starting to like him too. I said okay.
Oh, JJ's nice. He was such a nice person. Yeah. He respected everybody. That's the thing. It didn't matter who you were, where you're from. It didn't matter what you believed in or anything. He respected everybody, and he gave everybody a chance. And like I said, he was like a big brother to me. Because he had a lot of medical issues, and I have some similar medical issues. And I had me and him had some of the backstage chats, and we just talking. We're talking about Star Wars and nothing. I'm just talking about life, what has happened to him, what's medically happened to him, and I've told him some of the things, what I was going through because. I just got this over a year ago. I did not know nothing, how your body reacts to stuff when you come to diabetic and all that. He's had it since he was 11 years old. So he's had 30 years. Ooh. What things has happened. And so I told him, and then like I said, I tell other people, my wife, they don't understand. I said, when you feel bad, you feel bad. I said, it's like you eating a donut. You eat this donut today, you're fine. You eat the same donut tomorrow. If your sugar does one little thing, it's like you got hit by a car. It's not a line. It's crazy. Anybody that has diabetes or anything, it just your body is not the same. And I just I never expect. I just got this over here, and me and him was talking about it, and he told me a lot of stuff. What to do, and if you get in a certain situation, and and things, that's, that's like, they're still, they still don't know what happened to him. It could have been because he had diabetes, could have been he had a heart situation. Yeah. And could have been a stroke or something like that. Because the thing is like that the diabetes, when you get in that situation, LDG could probably tell you the same thing because I've seen him on streams, and if you did fall or something, if nobody's there, and it's like getting hit by a car. I'm not lying. It's like you eat something, and like I said, you could eat like I eat a donut, and eat today, I'm fine, I'm fine. But like tomorrow, my blood sugar, because the blood sugar just changes, and you have to take the medicine. I take the medicine and all that to try to regulate it. But it's weird. Your blood, you eat that same thing tomorrow, and it's like somebody running you over with a car, and it's just eating a simple thing. Or sometimes it's not even eating stuff because your blood sugar just screws around with you. And it's just like, and like, I don't know. It's like I said, like he said, he's had issues like that. That's why we don't know. I know they're doing a autopsy on, and Chris and Hans are supposed to let everybody know when they find out and all that. But just what he told me and things I learned and all that, if that happened, if he did have a attack, what they said, blood sugar attack, or one of those things,
Yeah.
it knocks you to the ground. You're there until somebody picks you up, and then that's that could be that's a sad and scary situation.
Yeah.
Being in that situation.
And
But,
and sometimes for me, right, if people just want to interview me and stuff like that, people just get to tell me since I'm working and stuff like that. Because like for sometimes if people want me on their channels, but that's what that they gotta have to tell me ahead of time which day it is, because since you're working, since I'm working and stuff like that, you gotta have to tell me which day.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Darius, Darius is always. Darius has an awesome channel too. Yeah, Darius. JJ was on his. JJ was on his channel too. I think Darius didn't you because that's why I met Darius on JJ. JJ always does used to do those randomest streams and stuff, and that's where I met Darius at. First time I met Darius, and then Darius started doing his now streams on there. But
and plus he walked on my channel too. If he want to come to my channel, because for me, I got just a big old open door policy of anybody coming to my screens, because for me, I don't care if you come to my comment section or come inside a room and you talk to me and stuff like that. But the thing about me is like just respect my channel and stuff like that, and don't try to disrespect that.
Exactly. That's what. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was. That's what I was telling also. Oh, sorry.
Because for me, right, the first time I stopped my channel and stuff like that, people did not like me at first, bro. Because they thought some so you couldn't make it on YouTube, so you won't make it past 1,000 subscribers and stuff like that. I was looking at, and plus the bad thing about it, when you click on the person's channel that talks the most junk, they don't even got no channel. I said, how in the world you telling me that I can't make it past 1,000 and you don't got one video?
Yeah, I mean, haters, and the thing is, I mean, if I ever get monetized, I get monetized. I just do it for fun. Even like JD was saying, he goes there and have fun. You get to meet people, you meet new people, you get, people with different ideas. And that's the thing, respect. And then as Ninja, like Ninja was talking about, he was in here earlier. He went to a channel of Star Wars and he said he liked Rise of Skywalker, and they kicked him off the channel and made fun of him. And but that's like I said, well, why should we be like? Everybody has their opinion, and if we all like the same thing, every detail, everything.
Yeah.
Well, why would we YouTube? Why would we be there? And I was saying.
Yeah.
It's good. I like you have you have ideas. Darius have a different idea, and it's good. I like them. Yeah. You told me something. You might have an idea that I never thought of, and like, holy shit, that's a good, And I mean, if I don't think it's right, but that's your opinion. That's that's Darius' opinion. That's Android's opinion. All right, and people need to respect that. If you don't, I mean, if it's so bad that you can't respect the person, just don't go on the stream. That's the thing. Don't go in there and make an ass of yourself, and just go in there and make a civilized. If it's a debate, make a civilized debate. If it's a a discussion, make it civilized. There's no reason to call each other names. I've been some streams where they be calling each other because they disagree with something, and it's like guys, it's just a damn movie. It gets to the point. It's just a movie. It's just a damn show. It's like, if you don't like something, don't, just keep it yourself. I mean, it's a movie. But at the end of the day, when I go in there and go into my room, eat, take a shower, go to bed, and you go to your house, you go to your room, go to eat, take a shower and go to bed too.
Yeah.
It just because me and you disagree. Is that going to change? I mean, what did we prove in our life? We just made, I'm just saying, like, the two people, okay, maybe you disagree with something, say, okay, that's your opinion, that's my opinion, and it's good that we had both our opinions. But just wrong, and I'm gonna fight. There's over a damn YouTube video. I mean, come on, I mean that just.
Sound like people might not like me for saying this, but that's what Mad Math channel and Matt Jarbo's son channel sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. Yeah, they'll be streaming. See, they'll be streaming somebody else. I know. I've watched them. They'll be streaming Geeks and Gamers channel while they're doing their channel, and they're like nitpicking what Jeremy says and Drunk 3PO says and this. And I'm like, dude, if you're that to the point that you can't even produce your own content and talk about something, then you ain't really proving up. Me, I can go watch that channel myself and nitpick by watching it. I don't need somebody in there to I'm nitpicking this, this and that. Now, if you want to bring a stream like stream, and if it's something like I did, me and Anzo, we brought a Roberto stream, but we wasn't there nitpicking. That was actually a tribute. We was trying to tribute JJ. Now I thought that was the best way, and I asked Anzo. I didn't want to. I was trying to get hold of Roberto. I didn't want to, bring it up there without, if it was okay with him. And he said, yeah, Roberto will be fine with it. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I said, it was just for people. A lot of people have never seen the video. And I was like, it was on, we had like 10, 12 people on there at one time. So I was like, yeah, maybe they, and on top of that, I was hoping, I was telling everybody, please subscribe to Roberto's channel. I said, this is his video. He does a lot of great videos. I said, this is just a tribute to JJ. But I said he has, like I said, he has a treasure here, and it's his fault. So I, give him the recognition. And that's the way it should be. I mean, I'm trying, and I helping Roberto Trendy Bendy and he should be. And I mean, because his content, he needs to, people need to know his content. Since we were able to play it in there and all that, so it's good to help him out. Plus, it helped the community out because people. I mean, like I said. If you ever get a chance to go, Roberto, and watch that video, I mean, JJ, he spills out his heart in that video, and it's a lot of people's never seen that video of him, and it's really, really good video to watch. So that sometimes it's good to share. But if I go share, if I pull up one of your old videos, and then I'm in here and that's my video, I'm just nitpicking. See, what is that? Come on. Now, you're just it's just called hate. It's just hate tube, I call it. That's all that is.
Yeah. Because you look at my live stream and stuff like that, like you don't see me criticizing other people YouTube videos. That you just see me talk about the topic and stuff like that. I talk about the topic, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, but you don't see me doing the other people's videos and just doing a big old hate review on it. I say, really? Come on now, people. Yeah. Because we cannot be criticizing other people what they do, and you doing the same thing that they doing.
Yeah. Well, if I disagree with somebody so bad that if it's gonna get my blood pressure up and get mad and angry, you know what? I just don't watch it. And then that's the thing. I'm not going to go bash them. I'm just not going to watch it unless they call me out and say, "Hey, this MF," and then I'm not going to get on stream. I might text them and say, "Hey, just leave me out when you do a stream. I haven't done nothing to you." Yeah, but I'd be the only way. But besides that, if I don't like, it's like, they say, Spider-Man is now going to do this and this. If I don't like, I say, okay, that's your opinion. That's your opinion, brother. That's your opinion, whatever, or sister, whoever, whoever it is, and then they get mad, because there's a lot of good. That's what I'm saying, sister, because there's a lot of great female YouTubers out there, and I like Saggy. I know Saggy. She was getting called. Then people banging her channel the other day, and they were calling her out. And I know, and I understand why
Saggy do poke the bear sometimes.
She does, but then they were calling her out. Yeah, she pokes. Yeah, she pokes, but then there was some people calling her out for no reason and stuff. But then on their live streams, and I'm like, I said that's wrong. She's a great YouTuber, and I enjoy watching her shows. Yeah, and but I hate somebody, and a lot of people quit streaming and quit streaming for a while. I know she took a break because she got people aggravating her and troll, and then they get these trolls and they come in there, trolls aggravating people in their chats and stuff, and that's wrong too.
kind of like for me, when I was YouTubing, beginning of some of that, people were trolling me. That's what I didn't quit doing it because I know that when I quit YouTubing and stuff like that, the trolls think that they won because you quit streaming and stuff like that, and that's just me. I wouldn't have quit streaming and stuff like that. I would have keep on doing it and just ban them like I do behind the scenes. I just find this channels that doing it and just ban them and they can't come back.
Yeah. Well, like Darius right here says, my friend disagrees with Muslim community and political issues, but I have him on there. Yeah, I try. That's why I try to stay away from political issues. I really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some things you comes about, but a lot of political issues cause a lot of anger and hate.
And
I just try to I try to get away. You live in a political world every day. We go to work, you live, you deal with stuff, and sometimes like YouTube. Now, if I'm running a news channel, but if I'm running, if that's my YouTube type channel, okay, then I guess you're a political channel. Yeah, but I know there are some people who have political channels. I mean, and that's their right. That's a First Amendment. You can do whatever you write if you believe this or believe that. Like, even it goes down to the vaccine thing or all that stuff. Some people believe it, some like that. My views. I try to keep my views out of that. I mean, that just I like to come in here. I try to find something fun. This is YouTube to me is a getaway. This is a getaway. I want to have fun. That's how I started with me and my friend. We did to have fun. We wanted to do a show to have fun. It was a getaway. We can get them here. We can bullshit and laugh and make fun. We're making fun. We're making fun of each other, but we're not doing it. We're doing it. We're joking. We're joking. We're a team.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like a good comedy crew. You got Eddie Murphy and Cedric the Entertainer. They're up there on stage.
Yeah.
They're bashing each. They're making fun of each other back and forth. But then they're back on stage and they're hugging and they're drinking beer together and it's all good. But that's what I mean. We're there having fun. We're trying to make the people laugh. We're laughing ourselves, but we're trying to get the other people to have fun and laugh. And it's a getaway. Just have fun, But we're not hating on each other. We're not disrespecting each other. I mean, we got the boundaries. You go this far. That's it. But we're just, you take a good joke and he jokes back at you, and we're back forth. And but that's what I didn't come in here. I know some people that come in here and they just want to call people out and want to start fighting, and then I'm like. Come on. If one thing, if you do that, you're a coward. You know what? You need to drive that person's house. If you got that much of a beef on somebody, go to their freaking house and y'all can do it beef it out in the yard. But
they won't do it though.
No, it's scary. A bunch of scaredy cats. It's like those people, them trolls come in there and saying disrespectful things yesterday when we was doing that thing with JJ. Man, those people, you told them, hey, you come meet me outside. They wouldn't even come near you because they're scared. They're hiding behind that keyboard and all that. So
because like the last person that told me that I didn't know I was talking about dealing Marvel and DC and coming to N-word and stuff like that. You know what I said? And,
they did what? They did what? They do what? They do what?
They call me the N-word and they wasn't black. And put it back in about it. I told them, right, go on my live stream.
Block their ass.
No, I didn't block it at the time because the next day I was just in the stream. And for them to be able to talk that junk in the comment section and stuff like that, I told them to come on the live stream. If you don't, I'm blocking them. And they didn't, I blocked them and everything else like that. And I solved the whole thing. Because it said that that I didn't agree with some of the reviews based on the MCU, this being too kiddie. I say it's true. The MCU is kiddie.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's what I'm saying. But why would they come into your channel, disrespect you? That's not, if they don't like what you said, then don't watch. That's what I'm saying. If you don't like it, don't watch. I mean, don't just come into somebody's channel and disrespect. That's what I know why. Like some of those, you get your Facebooks and all that, and but then you post something and say, "Hey, I think Spider-Man's trash." But then you get somebody pop, and especially you got your friend list. But then if you get somebody, it's not even your friend, it comes and attack you on your channel, attack you on your face. I'm like, who the hell are you? And I'm not even your friend. I've had, people, on stuff like that. And I'm like, who the hell are you coming on my channel, or posting stuff like that crap? I said, I don't even know who you are, and you're attacking me. And then, I'm like, that's just garbage. I mean, if you don't like what I say, but just move on and, ignore it, but.
Okay.
But that's what people's opinion. They should be able to express. As long as you don't make it bad. Like I'm saying, if you like say something that's like totally bad. But I mean, you should be able to express yourself. Hey, I don't like this. This is the reason why, and I respect others who disagree with me, and I respect your opinions also. And that's just the way it should be.
Yep.
And that's so good. And that's
And kind of like for me, right? When you're able to express other opinions and not your own, and that's when you grew as a person. I think, in my opinion.
And you want to tell you showed them, when they told you couldn't do it, you busted their ass, and you got that 1,000+ subs, man. You showed them off, man. That's the best revenge you can get, man. Say, hey, you know what? I did it, and I'm still here. That's cool. That's the best thing about it, man.
Yeah. And that when people, some people who not as strong minded as me, who probably got that message, they're probably quit.
Oh yeah. And and it's a thing too. And maybe when you're doing a stream and you're talking about something, and you might mispronounce some, or you might have some misinformation. Hey, we're human. And that's the thing. I mean, I come here and talk about some of this stuff. I'm doing what I think I believe is right. I'm thinking, I admit it. There's a lot in the MCU, or like MCU or Star Wars. I hadn't read a lot of the comics and stuff. And somebody come and say, hey, you're wrong. This is in the okay. I may be. And if they come in, calmly and tell me, hey, this is the. I said, okay. I probably believe because I admit it. I'm trying to do the best knowledge I have, but some people might have a little more knowledge than me on situations. Like I'm just like, if you start, I start saying something, you say, and Jason, in the comics here, and then I'll say, you're probably right, because I didn't read those comics, so you're definitely, since you probably have read those, you're probably right. I just believe what I heard or what I thought I saw. I could be wrong, but I'm not going to. But if I go start taking beef with you because he told me I was. Let's see, but that's good though. So you're human. You're human. Human. See, I just can't say human, right? And it's good, when you have somebody see that, and actually you learn stuff, and that's what I like. I like it. It's always good to have sometimes agreements, disagreements. Say you say, oh, He-Man was trash, and I'll say, oh no, He-Man was okay, like that. But then you can tell me your reasons, I'll tell you my reasons, and and always you'll get there where you have that agreement on the part, most of the thing. Yeah. I mean, you'll say, oh, there was some parts that I didn't like, and when you start that discussion on, but that's just the way it should be.
Yep. And that's kind of what I like, is different people coming to my channel, just get different opinions. And plus for me, I like to leave a link out there just for different people to be able to go on my channel and just ask me questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? That's why I love, and then I know we've been discussing, about JJ, I mean, that stream, we had everybody together. A lot of people got together that hadn't streamed in a long time, and they should have been, because they had issues or they beliefs here. Okay, I know some people. I know they're real. They do streams of political stuff, but they do streams stuff. So, but everybody can be in the room, and we're just talking about Spider-Man. We don't have to bring political stuff in. We don't have to bring this in and all that. But what was so cool about the thing with JJ, there was so many people. It came in them streams, them 3 or 4 streams I was watching from different backgrounds, different I can't pronounce. Different men, women, different, different races, different, different, like I said, backgrounds. some from this type of you know like political things or different different things. They all love JJ. I mean, JJ was like he didn't matter. He didn't care who you were. If he was like, hey, you're a DC man, you're a Marvel person, you're a lady that likes like your lady stuff, or it didn't matter. He didn't care. He was your friend. He was a cool guy. He was a friend. He respected you, and I mean that's why I said there's not many people out there like that. And that he could go into. I seen him go into a chat, a stream where there was just mostly women. It was mostly women and ladies in there, and it was it was a ladies type chat, and he went right in there and it just fit right in, and they and that's what I'm saying. A lot of guys, a lot of guys wouldn't do that. They'd be like, oh, I'm not going there. They're gonna jump me because I'm a guy coming in late, but he did, and he just fit right in.
Because for me, right, I raised up with sisters. I kind of used to it.
yeah, but I'm just saying. You do streams, and I'm just like, but and that's the way. He didn't care who you were. He didn't care your background, your race, your gender. He didn't care. He was just there to be your friend. He helped out a lot of people, and he helped me on my streams. Helped a lot of people like advice and what to do, and he was just fun guy and just gives you good laughs and good things. And I wish we had a lot more people like that. In streaming, and there is a lot of good people out there. There's a lot of good people out there in YouTube and all that. And it's just, but I mean, that's just like a lot of people. I hope saw that as a lesson. It's like we don't need to we don't need to only come together when somebody dies or something like this happens. It should be able. I should be able to. We should all be able to stream together anytime. Civil, no Ari, no screaming, hollering. Hey, come in there. Hey, like say, come in there. Let's talk about Spider-Man. Okay, you believe this? I believe this. Yeah, we'll bring the fact. We'll bring facts and discussions. And in the day, hey, hopefully we both learned something new. Maybe I showed you something you didn't know, and you showed me something I didn't know, and we all got some good good pointers out there.
Yeah, but the one thing I'm scared of is spoilers because we know like London, that sound like London is getting the movie before us, and that's
2 days. 2 days, 2 days. You have to hide. You better turn off the YouTube for 2 days there because it's gonna be. I know that's the problem when you pop on that. When you look at your channel, like YouTube, is like, oh, we got the leak. We got the leak. Right, the leak. Everybody, it's gonna be all over the place. It's sad. I was like when Endgame came out. I was like, I didn't get to see it till like
a week later.
I saw it. What did I see? Did I see it like 2 days after it came out? And I already knew what the hell was going to happen before. I was like, but I was still going to see it. I didn't care. But it was like, I was like, man, I should have just held back because I saw it. I was waiting for the surprise, and I was like, I know it's coming. So I already know what's coming. So I was like, but it's still good though. I mean, some people are upset. They get mad. They find out, but this day and age, that's the problem.
Mad, bro.
Dude.
Something mad over the floor.
Dude, I'm telling you, I like this. I click my finger right now, and boom, I hear boom. I get a YouTube or I get a Twitter tweet. Oh, Jason clicked his finger. I mean, that's just the way life we live in. Before, the days when we were younger in the movies, and that goes for trailers too, man. We used to have to go to the movie theater to see the trailers, when like, and you see a trailer, and holy shit, they're gonna make a, I remember that back in the day when in the 80s, because I used to really like Star Trek, and it was like and you see a trailer come, oh my god, they're making another Star Trek. They got when the original crew, remember when Spock and Leonard Nimoy and all them, when they were making it like when the fourth and the fifth and the sixth one came out, and it was like, oh my god, they're making, even though some of the movies are not the best, but it was like, oh my god, it just gets you excited. It was like that was better than Disney Plus Day. You've seen that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the bad thing about it. Sound like the new Star Trek. I kind of like some parts of it, but the problem is about the new Star Trek. It sounds like you seem like the story, the timing and the year and stuff like that. They kind of retcon stuff on some stuff on Star Trek. It's like in the new seasons. And they kind of mix up the years because I'm looking at that. I said, wait a minute, that didn't happen during that time. That was during just the old commander before Picard came in. and this just say Picard did it. I said no, it was it was the captain before Picard even came in.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I gotta one day go and watch all the on Paramount. It's Paramount Plus, right? Yeah, Paramount.
Yeah,
I gotta go and I gotta watch it, binge it one day. I know there's like 2 seasons of Picard, and I think there's still it's Discovery or something. What's the new one? Discovery, I believe.
that's about 4 or 5 seasons of that. But the first season I
Oh,
saw, season I saw it, but there's certain parts I liked and certain parts I didn't deal with the storylines they put in because I keep on saying to whoever is writing them stories different new Star Trek did not look at the old ones. I say, wait a minute, that didn't happen doing that now. That happened during Star Trek 9 Generation 9 before Picard came in and stuff like that. I say y'all got to know your storylines before y'all start writing.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is then if the studios, I mean, from the original creator, Star Trek, he's already passed on for like 10, 20 years. But they just start, it's like an IP, sort of like Star Wars. I mean, you do have your Dave Filoni's and all that does care what's produced and all. But problem is we got a lot of people in those studios that has IPs. They're like, hey, we got this IP, make a story, make some money. That's the main thing. It's just like, we're gonna make.
I hate that, John.
And that's I mean, for them, that's what they want. That's the IP's there for them to make money, even if they have if it doesn't make sense. But it's good when you do actually have. It's good for them to make money because they make money, they'll make more. But it's good when they have a Filoni or somebody like him that he was under Lucas. He knew what Lucas' idea was. He knows what the fans want. And his vision is okay. We're going to make money. We're definitely going to make money, but we're going to make it where it's going to respect the creator and the fans and all that. So that's what's what's sad when you got a lot of franchises that I know it's sort of going to go with this He-Man. I know you're the He-Man talk. A lot of people were upset with it on certain things, the way that were portrayed and all that. I mean, I watched it. I hadn't seen He-Man since I loved it when I was young. I mean, there was the new one. But I mean, there was parts of it. I was like, they could have did away with that. I mean, as a whole, I liked it because I hadn't seen He-Man in so long. I mean, I understand why some people didn't like certain things. But if you don't see something, if like a franchise you like, but you haven't seen. I mean, you have to accept it sometimes. I mean, what am I going to do if I'm going to go on YouTube and bitch complain?
But the thing about
what that's going to prove,
the thing about this one, right? If you look at Kevin Smith had lied again based on the trailer and stuff like that, and based on the show I got to call it Kevin Smith the way he did. Like in the Marlon skin, because he kind of lied by the trailer. You look at the trailer and stuff like that, you would think that it was something else.
Oh, you think it's better than the trailer? Is that you think?
I think the trailer better than the show, and that's bad dealing with me. Because like in my opinion, right? Like I shouldn't be saying that the trailer is better than the show, and that is my beef with it. I go deep in detail tomorrow though.
Yeah. I mean, I understand because I know I heard some people talking about it, and I mean, I could see exactly what they're talking about it. I was happy to get a show. I mean, firstly, because that's the only thing about the Netflix. A lot of Netflix. Netflix is weird because Netflix, you're gonna have like a show is fire or a show is just almost trash. I mean, they don't have an in between shows. And I ain't saying I wouldn't say it's trash. It is one of their in between. It wasn't the best, but I was happy. I did get some content. I wouldn't expect. I would love to have a movie. I would rather have a He-Man movie myself than an animated show. But that goes back to like that Cowboy. If anybody's seen that Bebop, I binged that whole season. It was one season. I had no clue what it was about. I have never read the comics. I never seen the animated show or I seen it got one on there. I'm gonna watch that now. I guess it's like 1 or 2 seasons on Netflix too. So I'm gonna have to watch that to get more familiar with the thing. So I had no clue because I know people was talking, oh, Spike and this. I didn't know who the hell Spike was. I watched the show. I was intrigued. I watched the first. I was like, the first 2 episodes. I said I'm either going to really like the show or I'm that's 2 episodes and I'm done. I could see it was when when something you've never seen before, you're going to right off the bat, you're going to either like it or you're going to And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I didn't know what the hell it was about. I knew it was with the space travel and all. I was like, oh shit, this is pretty cool with the space travel and the they had the and there was a lot of good fight scenes and it was a little violent, things.
Yeah.
And but I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I still didn't know. I mean, going through the whole thing, I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. Or I know some people was watched the animation. They was like, oh shit, this is going to happen here. This is going to happen. I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. So I was like, it was like watching something you've seen for the first time. So it was like, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, that's not too bad. The ending was, it was like, I was expecting something different at the ending, but altogether, I hope they make a season 2. I was sort of figuring.
Yeah, it was with season 2. They said it was with season 2, and that's when it ended like it was.
Yeah,
like it was season 1 because they're making a season 2.
I know a lot of people were saying they didn't like the casting. They said that the casting I don't see. I didn't know. I didn't know none of the characters. So to me, it was like okay. I mean, to me, the castings. I mean, watching the movie, they all connected good. So I don't know. See that to me. So that's why I heard a lot of the negatives. They said that they didn't like Spike and they didn't like the girl and all that. But I was like, well, I've seen him in some other movies. So, but I said to me it was pretty cool. I didn't know nothing about. So I guess sometimes it's best to know nothing about it. And it was like, wow, it was actually pretty cool. So something new that I'll go. I'm now after watching that, I want to go see the animated. I want to see the animated so I can sort of understand a little more. But if season 2 comes out, I'll be ready to go see that season 2. I'm ready to see that. So it's like you see something like that, it's like okay, definitely, I'm definitely going to. I want to see the season 2. And like the He-Man, I mean, like I say, even though some of it was bad, some of it good. I hope they make a 3rd one because the way it ended, and maybe I was like okay. I know that a lot of people say, oh, they'll bring She-Ra. And I was like, well, if they do, they do. I mean, have to see how it goes.
Yeah, because like for me, right, the Cowboy Bebop show was actually good in my opinion.
I liked it. I liked it. Hey, it's the first time ever seeing it, ever knowing about it. I liked it. I would give it a good. I'd give it a good solid A. I loved. It took me 2 days. It took me 2 days because the episodes were hour long a piece. I was like, damn, they were long ass episodes.
Yeah. Because the Cowboy Bebop show, I give it a B-.
Oh, okay, I see.
I give it a B-, and for the show could have been.
See, I didn't know. See, you knew.
It could have been better at certain points. I think.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of slow. It was kind of slow in some parts.
Yeah, it was, and to me the ending. But I mean, I'd say maybe A-. But see, I didn't know nothing about it. See, you've read the comics and the watched the animated show. See, I didn't know who. Like I said, I didn't know who Spike was. I didn't know it was Vicious. I guess he's the back of the Vicious. Yeah, Vicious. That's the blonde headed guy, right?
Yeah.
And Fearless was who Spike was. See, if it's somebody say, well, before watching it, say, hey, Vicious in there, I'm like, who the hell's Vicious? I'm like, who the hell is that? I wouldn't know who the hell they're talking about. Or Spike. I know, but I was watching these people, but like, Spike from the animated. I was like, I don't know who Spike is. I never read it, so I didn't know. So I was going into the show blind. I was like, well, I've heard a lot of this show, so I want to watch it. People's been talking about it, so I want to watch it. So either I'm going to hate it or I'm going to, I'm going to like it. So I was like, well, and if I go watch those animated shows and all that, and then go back watching, I'll be probably like, oh, you said there's things in there that I didn't like, so because since that's the original, but. Me never seen it before, nothing. I'm like, I like what I saw, but I was like, I could probably see where, okay, this probably should have been different. than the comics was, and this and all that. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And kind of like for me, in my opinion, on that, it's like you can't bring everything for animated live action, and that was something people just need to learn because you can't bring everything for animated live action.
Yeah, I say I know my son's in anime. I never got into it. I now that Alita, I like that Alita movie that came out. That I liked. I know that was they said that was an animated off of anime.
Yeah,
I like that.
Anime.
I like that one. I thought that was a really good movie. I mean, I didn't know, and that was another movie I didn't know nothing about. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But I was like, it was a really intriguing movie. It was like watching The Matrix for the first time. You know, like what the hell's going on? But you liked it. You got into it. But and I would love to see a sequel to that movie because I mean, I thought it was a really good movie. I definitely would go see it.
Because I know me tomorrow that breaking down that Matrix trailer that came out a month ago.
Oh yeah, that's
like I gotta have a whole bunch of questions. Doing that live stream tomorrow.
Yeah, he probably just get LDG in there because he's the Matrix guy. He was there telling me stuff, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. I was like, I the Matrix, the original one, man. I still watch it every time, and I learn something new. It's like those movies are so. It's like doing a crossword puzzle in them movies, man. There are so many Easter eggs and riddles and all that kind of stuff in the movies. It's like you don't know what the hell's going on. But
because like I know I gotta have a whole bunch of questions tomorrow doing that live stream, doing the Matrix trailer. Because the Matrix trailer is not as simple as people think. The Matrix always been complicated. It's always been complicated and stuff like based on series.
Yeah.
When you ask different people, I say, God, no.
Well, Zil, I'm gonna probably close it up here in a minute. I gotta get a shower. I came straight out. I came right into work, jumped in, or just jumped right on here, and I was like, God, I gotta do a little stream. I was just gonna do a quick one. I was like, it was there 3 hours, man. It's like I should have popped the other show logo. But so you said 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm at 10 something.
Okay, tell everybody about your show and your channel. It's watching.
Yeah, on my channel, Zell Nation 1, and Darius and Paul. You welcome there too, if you want to come there.
Yeah, check it out, guys. He's going to be talking about. You said He-Man tomorrow, and
He-Man, Matrix, and put the power in the universe. What will I do to make it different and stuff like that? Since the Bill 2013 movie flop, what will I do? I'm different to make the universe good since the comics is doing well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what everything we're doing there.
Definitely. Good chat. Good. We get good discussions, guys, and all that. So
yeah,
awesome channel. Check it out. Got a good Marvel, DC. Has a lot of variety of different 80s and different type of IPs from the 80s and stuff in there. Anime and different things. So guys, check it out. So. Guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Darius, let me give a shout out to everybody in the chat who did show Darius. He's been hanging out with us, man. He's
all right.
Darius, I appreciate you. See you, brother. I will try to check you out tomorrow, man, when I get home from work, man.
Okay.
But everybody in the chat, Darius, I appreciate you coming in. Chris was supposed to come back, but I guess he did a little. He was doing a $10 shot on Robert's channel, and I guess he drank too much. so I figured he looked like he was about ready to bug out there a minute when he came on. I was like, Austinator, an Android was on here. Let me see what else I had on here.
I'm trying to find Android earlier. I'm trying to find him earlier.
He popped in early on. Austinator, Wookie was on here. Sherry, Kachow, Kia Chow. Let me see what else. I think Poe did Poe pop in there? No, Poe didn't pop in there.
Oh
okay. Yeah, and Basco in here, and whoever else was the LDG. No, the LDG didn't. But I appreciate it, guys. We're gonna call it a night.
All right, I'll see you later.
And check out check out Zill's channel, and like Austin, he told about his channel also. Check his channel out, and guys. Peace.
Zill Nation 1.
Yeah, and yeah, everybody, peace. And like I said, we'll sort of dedicate the stream to JJ and this week, and so in his memory. And everybody be safe out there. And if you got, like I said, if you
All right.
anybody had a beef, grudge against anybody, sometimes just give somebody a phone call, just a simple phone call, a tweet, say how you doing. It's life's too short, guys. So we need to have love in our hearts, guys. Have love in our hearts, guys. All right, everybody, have a great night, and I'll talk to everybody later.
All right.